set for football here in Champaign, Illinois. I'm Joey Wright. We apologize. Slight technical difficulties. We are working through them. Rain beginning to fall as we get set for kickoff. It looks like the Urbana Tigers will be receiving the opening kick to start tonight's game.
Deep for the Tigers, number 8, Ladero Lipscomb, and number 20.
And just as soon as the rain arrived, it appears to have stopped. And the Tigers will receive the opening kickoff. So, I am Joey Wright. Miller Calhoun will join us on the mic in just a moment. Running a little late tonight. Kicker for Central, Ryan Chalifo. Worth noting, we are here for Urbana High School broadcasting. We appreciate Champaign Central High School for allowing us to broadcast this one. It's going to be a fun one. A fun one indeed. The Tigers 0-5 on the season. The Maroons 2-3. Jamin Carter, Chico Lipscomb back deep, and it's an onside kick for Central to start the game. Looks like it'll be fielded by Urbana. Number 31, Dion Green. Recovers the onside kick, and the Tigers offense will be the first on the field. Rain is in the forecast tonight. It was just hitting us, but it appears to have subsided for now. We'll see if it plays a role in tonight's game. The quarterback for Urbana, Tyler Kybers, getting set to lead the Tigers offense on the field. Several weapons to watch for the Tigers. We will run you through those as they appear. Alonzo Davis, Jamin Carter, Jamon Carter-Grady, Chico Lipscomb, and more. It'll be a shotgun play for the Tigers to start the game. Jamin Carter in motion, and it is a handoff to Chico Lipscomb, and Chico Lipscomb's going to gain a few. Give him 3 on the carry. And it'll be 2nd and 7.
Number 21, Jake Beasley on the stop for the Maroons.
I gave him 3. Looks like they're going to give him 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 officially from the 38-yard line. Tigers still looking to get into the win column in this 2016 season. As I mentioned earlier, last week against Peoria Notre Dame, it was a 69-35 loss. They played well. If they can continue that, they'll have a chance this week. Kybers had to make an adjustment. It was a bad snap. Kybers is going to take off, and he is going to gain a few. I don't think he quite got enough for the first down. But Tyler Kybers, with a scramble, will set up 3rd and short. Actually, they're going to spot it beyond the first down marker. Looked like he got out of bounds at the 45. They're going to give him a few extra yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 47. My apologies. As Miller Calhoun joins us, turn up his mic. And we'll hold off. Jamin Carter, it's a wildcat play, and Jamin Carter's going to take the handoff. I guess he took the snap. My apologies. Gains a few. It'll be 2nd and short.
Gets across midfield into Maroon territory. Ball spotted at the Maroon 46-yard line.
As Miller Calhoun joins us. Miller, I guess better late than never. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Joey. Sorry, I'm a little late.
No problem.
Let's just say traffic jam.
Oh, no kidding. And you came from Open Gym.
Yes, I did.
The boys basketball team. So, understandably late. 10:40 to go in the first quarter.
Looks like some great conditions for football, Joey, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, this is old school football.
Rain, mud.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Kybers, lone man in the backfield. Bad snap. He makes the adjustment. He rolls to his right. Now he's going to go to his left, looking for an open man. Kybers is going to have to take it himself, and he gets out of bounds, or forced out of bounds, I should say, at about the 42-yard line, we'll say.
Pushed out of bounds by number 4.
I assume this is our first possession?
It is. An onside kick for the Maroons was recovered by Dion Green.
Interesting. Way to start off the game, a little aggressiveness.
Yeah. No, it was, well, you don't want to kick it to Jamin Carter or Chico Lipscomb, so it was an understandable decision for Central. Ball was spotted at the 44.
3rd and short for the Tigers.
And it's 3rd and 1. 3rd and inches, I guess you could say, from the 44. Been a little off on my spotting tonight. We'll see if that improves in time. A few men in the backfield with Kybers. It's a handoff to Chico Lipscomb on 3rd and short. He's got enough for the first if he can hold on to the ball. If they give him forward progress, that is. A good defensive effort from the Maroons forced him back.
Ball is spotted at the Maroon.
But they do give him enough for the first down at the 43.
Yard line where it will be a Tiger first
Now,
down.
if Urbana can keep the ball and not give Central as many opportunities, pound the ball, run the ball, make smart plays on offense,
Yeah.
I believe we got a shot to win this game. And that will be huge for the Urbana football program.
It certainly will. The Tigers still looking to get their first win of the season. Central, I think, is a good team to do it against.
Yeah.
More on that after this play. Carter in motion. Kybers takes the snap. Kybers is going to roll around to his right.
Looks like the offensive line's been doing very good so far. He's finding an open man downfield.
That is, I think that was Alonzo Davis. I could be wrong. Forced out of bounds inside the 25.
Great find by Kybers down the sideline. Found his end guy, or like his only option, and by the sideline.
Yep.
Great catch. Great pass.
Our camera operator, Ahmed Evans, will give him a shout out. And Jason Liggett is working through some technical difficulties on our computer. Our apologies. But the full broadcast should be available on YouTube at some point, so.
This is an interesting. We're usually on top, but we're kind of on the side today.
Yeah, it's an interesting vantage point. Kybers moving around. He sheds off the sack, and he almost runs back into it. He's going to keep getting away. Kybers throws it away. Nice job by Tyler Kybers.
Yeah, that was a great play by Kybers.
Yeah.
The point is to get the ball away so you don't get sacked and you don't lose yardage. There, we didn't lose yardage there. It was zero yards play, and that's good. Especially in that situation.
Essentially an incomplete pass of sorts.
Fred Tarkenton right there.
Tony Romo.
Russell Wilson.
You got Tony Romo's great at that now. You've got to give him some credit. 8:36 left in the first quarter.
He's got to work on that back first.
Yeah, he does, yeah. Yeah, I hope Tyler can avoid Tony's injury history. We will see. A handoff to Chico Lipscomb. What can Chico do? He almost gets enough for the first down. We will see. It's a different vantage point, as you mentioned, for us, so it's slightly difficult to see what the where the ball ended up, I should say.
Third.
It'll be 3rd and short.
Feels a little different here playing Central, but this is Centennial's field. I may mention, since we're right next to the Centennial, which is a gigantic school, I might mention.
Oh, yeah. Yep, Tommy Stewart Field, shared by the Maroons and the Chargers. A few weeks ago, played host to the Central Centennial game. Centennial came out on top, 27-14. It's Chico Lipscomb on the carry. Looks like he'll gain enough for the first down. Indeed, he will. So they'll move the chains. It'll set up 1st and goal.
Looks like the Tigers are going to run Chico most of the game and mixing a little play action there, and it's working so far. I like this drive. I like this grind the clock out and make them play defense, get them tired, and keep our defense on the sideline.
And Miller, the conditions aren't bad yet, but we're anticipating rain later tonight. We're going to see the ball ran a lot tonight. It's not going to be a game, I don't think, where we see a ton of passing. So,
which is smart.
Yeah.
Because of the grip issue.
So this is a sign of things to come. Wildcat formation again. It's Jamin Carter taking the direct snap. Carter got in for the touchdown. It's a touchdown, Urbana. The Tigers strike first. Now, Miller, the good news is the Tigers are going to be going to the end zone that we can see a little bit better in the 2nd and 4th quarters. So,
I mean, I honestly like this vantage point.
I like it quite a bit.
Up top would be better, but it's not our home field.
It's a nice setup. And
we get what they give us.
And our gratitude to Central High School for allowing us to partake in the broadcast tonight. It'll be Dalen Crawford Lasdens with the extra point. The Tigers have struggled with extra points throughout the season. We'll see what Dalen can do. And the snap, it's a low kick, no good. So the Tigers will, in their first possession, ahead 6-0.
You know, I would like to see the Tigers go for 2.
Yeah, I think that they'll...
the kicking game's a little inconsistent sometimes, and I feel like we got them tired already. Why not we just go for 2 and get the 2 extra points instead of 1?
Finish them off.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we'll see them go for 2 more as the game goes along. If they score another touchdown, I think they'd go for 2 to try to make it 14-0.
Yeah.
On the subject of the kicking game, it'll be interesting to see what the Tigers do here. They like to onside kick it. If they could get an onside kick here, go down and score again, you're up by 2 scores early on.
Well, that's a big if, though. That's a huge
if.
risk. I mean, has Centennial had the ball yet?
Central
Had the ball yet, sorry.
Yeah.
Have they had the ball yet?
Understandable. They have not.
Okay.
They kicked off.
Yeah, I'd just like to see him kick it off for this one time and then see how it goes, and then maybe try the onside kick.
I should point out a week ago against Notre Dame, they recovered their opening kick.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
And this is the common denominator thing. I mean, Urbana always scores on their first possession, whether by kick return or
It seems like it.
touchdown. That was one of the best drives of the whole season, where we sustained a drive and we put together lots of positive plays.
No, you're right. There were a few of those last week, but that was a great opening drive, set the tone.
Yeah.
Now, if you're the Urbana defense, assuming no onside kick and it's Central ball, you've got to stop Josh Parker. Josh Parker.
I heard he's injured, but he's coming back just to play against Urbana.
Yeah, it's a crosstown rivalry.
Which Urbana better take into consideration and know that he's injured and take it. I'm not saying injure him any further or anything like that, but just know that he's not at his full strength.
Exploit the weakness.
Yeah.
Let's see. Crawford Lasden's the kick. It's not an onside kick, not quite a squib. And we'll see what Central can do on the return. And they've got a chance, but it looks like Urbana will wrap up the ball carrier inside of their own 40-yard line. So we'll see what the Maroons can do on their first possession.
And this Central, looking at their sideline, this Central team is pretty comparable to Urbana. I mean, if I win, I might say Urbana has a little more size than Central. To be perfectly honest, I mean, I'm looking at it, and maybe this is a good matchup for Urbana.
Well, it's what Coach Watson has been telling me throughout the week. I mean, 5A school versus a 5A school here. As it looks like Demetri Turner-Winston hopped off sides. An encroachment penalty against the Tigers. But, these schools are very comparable in size if you look at the Tigers' schedule, more so than most opponents they play. So Coach Watson was feeling very optimistic going into this one that the comparable sizes of the schools would lend itself to Urbana's favor. We'll see. Walker Stillman, the quarterback for Central. First play, pitch to Parker. Josh Parker down the sideline. He is taken out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Well, that's what we've been fearing all week, Miller.
Yeah, and the run defense has got to buck up a little bit here.
Yeah.
It's been struggling the past pretty much the whole season, and they got to show that they've been working on it. This would be a huge game for them to prove themselves.
Yeah, the run defense was not great last week. It just takes one defensive play to force a fumble or something, though, so we'll see. A.J. Fox, the cornerstone of the Urbana defense, as it is a pitch to Jake Beasley. Jake Beasley on the left side. Trucks a man, keeps going, a spin move for Beasley. He's inside the 10. And it'll be a 1st and goal for the Maroons.
Beasley powers his way into the MSI.
Jake Beasley, number 21, one of the players I remember from doing a Central game last year, the playoff game against Lincoln Way West. If you go back and watch that game, the conditions were atrocious, at least for broadcasting. Where we're standing right now, Miller, was essentially a sheet of ice.
Oh, man.
It was, that was the game, and that was the weekend in late November where we got hit with some snow. It was something.
Mm-hmm.
We will see Stillman rolling to his right. Walker Stillman looking for a man, throws it, almost intercepted by Dion Green, who recovered the onside kick, who recovered the opening kick, I should say, for the Tigers. And it'll be a 2nd and goal from the 8 for Central forthcoming.
Goes incomplete.
And Josh Parker, to me, doesn't look injured. I don't know what his injury is, but he looks pretty fresh out there.
Yeah, he does. The Maroons have managed to get to inside their 10-yard line quicker than Urbana did to start the game. We'll see. That ball was nearly intercepted by Urbana. So, I mean, the Tigers' defense doesn't look terrible out of the gates, just those two big runs that they've they've given up. It is a shovel deal to Parker. He's wrapped up, gains 3.
That pitch goes to Josh Parker. Gain of a couple on the play.
So it'll be third down, excuse me, and 6.
This will be a huge play right here, 3rd and 6. Get him a stop and get him on 4th down and make him decide whether to kick a field goal or go for 4th down, which I assume they'd go for 4th down if they did not convert this close to the end zone.
But you've got to figure Urbana missed the extra point, so a field goal here would make it a 3-point game.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And that extra point, that missed extra point will factor in.
It will.
Especially if it's going to be a close game.
20,
Marshall Thompson, the ball carrier. The ball was stripped free. It was a fumble, and we'll see what the refs decide.
They're all
Urbana football. They recover the fumble in the end zone. And Miller, how about this? The Tigers very strong tonight.
Great play. I don't know who knocked the ball loose, but that's huge.
It's tough to see from here. The officials hesitated a little bit. At first, I thought they were signaling central ball, but I guess that would have been a touchdown had they recovered it in their own end zone. So
that's huge, Joey.
Marshall Thompson was the ball carrier for the Maroons. And the Tigers, their second possession of the game. A score here would be nice. Get a little early insurance. They'll take over 80 yards to go from their 20-yard line.
And that gives the defense some inspiration, and that gives them confidence. I mean, now knowing they can force turnovers, and that's great.
I'm a little scared here, Miller. If Urbana breaks out a big play, I don't know how excited I can get. We're in a sea of Central fans here.
Yeah, you might draw a little bit more attention to yourself than you want.
And I'd like to, yeah. Handoff looked like it went to Chico Lipscomb. Indeed it did. He barely got back to the line.
Got to keep it on the low here, Joey.
Yeah.
Got to hold it on the inside.
At least we're not standing in the middle of the student section.
No. I thought there were going to be a lot more people here since it's homecoming, but the conditions, make it.
The rain scares people away.
Yeah.
Central has a pretty strong student section, though.
No, yeah, they definitely do. I mean,
it's everywhere else that's a little light, but pretty good crowd. I'd say it's a. Well, hold that thought. Kybers in the pocket.
There we go.
Finds Jamon Carter-Grady. He's going to gain a few, not quite enough for the first down, but it'll be 3rd and short.
Nice. Jamon right there, he lowered his pads and took the blow right to the Central defender. That's huge. I mean, that shows that we're here to play and that we're going to offer up some toughness.
Yeah, I mean, the Tigers are 0-5. They're not going to make the playoffs, but a win here.
No,
crosstown rivalry game. They want to win this game. I mean, the record has, it does not factor anything into the passion.
We don't usually beat Central at a whole lot of major sports, which, I mean, basketball, football.
Yeah.
So this would be huge. I mean, football, I can't remember the last time we beat Central.
Yep.
Probably the year that we went to the playoffs.
I think you are correct. Chico Lipscomb got the first down there for the Tigers. And they are, in fact, moving the chains. Basketball, I know we were able to beat them a few years ago, but obviously with the addition of the Finkies, Central basketball got quite a bit better.
And we got quite a bit better when we had Coach V. So.
Coach Verdell Jones coming over from Central. That'll be a storyline to watch this winter.
Yeah, lots of Central transfers have come over to Urbana, just for that fact. And the new girls basketball coach, Coach Menning.
Chris Menning. Met with him the other day. More on that later. It's Chico Lipscomb. And Lipscomb not quite getting it enough for the first down. Not at all. As a matter of fact, he barely cleared the line of scrimmage.
Now, Joe, these are just me, but if you look at that country financial sign, does that not look like a bald version of Jason?
I can see that.
Yeah. I think that's a twin right there. I think that's the older version of Jason right there.
Oh, our producer, Jason Liggett of Urbana Public Television. That's great.
Maybe Travis J. Heath is just a spy name.
Yeah, right. 2nd and 7, 3:15 to go. Kybers, play action, rolls to his right.
There we go.
Jamon Carter-Grady dropped the ball, but it was a hard throw.
And you had to get rid of it. And the pressure was on him. And that's sometimes the problem with play action. If the defense calls a blitz and you call play action, you're kind of screwed because it takes a little while for you to run back and fake it to the running back and then try and throw it. I mean, they're already in your face. So
unless they all bite on the play action.
Well, no. Well, yeah.
I mean, unless they all just.
But eventually they're going to figure it out.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But that's more for the safeties to pull them in. So then you can hit the guy on the deep route.
I've played a few Madden games where the AI just bites on the running back, and it's. Yeah.
It tackles the running back.
Yeah. Gives me a lot of time to throw. Speaking of a lot of time to throw, Kybers does not have a lot of time to throw. He trips and goes down at the 20-yard line, right back where the Tigers started. And it'll be 4th and long. I would imagine the Tigers will punt here. Not quite at the 20-yard line, the 22-yard line, my apologies.
We need a good punt right here, Joey.
That we do. It'll be Malcolm Thompson back to punt for the Tigers. Tyler Kybers has done some punting for Urbana, but Malcolm Thompson, their strongest punter. Kybers had a few punts against Notre Dame that he'll tell you weren't great, but.
I mean, first time, and that was a no slap. Nice catch by Thompson, a nice punt.
And Central calls for a fair catch. I think that was Walker Stillman, the punt returner.
And
indeed it was.
He was not expecting it to go that far, so that's a nice punt.
Yeah, nice recovery.
And just imagine if he drops that ball and it goes past him and we recover it. That's a touchdown. So that's a nice play by Stillman.
I'd have to double check that. I don't know if you can return a muffed punt in the IHSA for touchdown. I don't think you can. I think you just fall on it and you get it where you recover it. But it would have set us up in nice territories.
Yeah. Nonetheless, yeah.
Yeah, no. It's the same principle is there. 2:23 first quarter. And the second possession of the game for the Maroons. Let's see what they do. Handoff to Parker. Josh Parker. Past the line of scrimmage. Gains all estimate about 5 yards. See where they spotted at the 49 to the 50. They will spot it at the 49.
Joe, you could see this mini paw pack section out there. About 10 to 15 of them. And there should be more coming from basketball.
Right.
There should be more. But they got to go home. And
right.
Don't know why they need to.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, our student section's pretty spread out.
Yeah.
You get that a lot at these away games.
Yeah. Just the fact they come is nice tackle.
And a gain of a few for Josh Parker. Yeah, I mean, the rain was supposed to hit us pretty hard. And I think it did earlier. But it looks like the threat of rain has at least slightly dissipated. It might get us later. But good crowd here. It is Central's homecoming night. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. So pretty good crowd here at Tommy Stewart Field. 3rd down and 2. Man in motion, it's Jake Beasley, but the handoff goes to number 5, Tony Clark, and a first down and more for Clark.
And then some. Ball is spotted at the Tiger 35.
Big third down conversion for Central. Central's got their PA system. It's turned up pretty loud. I'm not sure if that's just me noticing that.
Yeah, and the PA announcer's trying to add a little detail.
Right. I respect that.
Yeah. Unlike Mr. Stillwell there on Thursday night at the
Mr. Stillwell does a good job. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He's
Oh, I know he's a great guy, but
great
I mean,
guy.
he could have sounded a little bit more.
Yeah.
He was Point Urbana, you know.
Yeah. False start for offsides, for Urbana. Oh, trust me, Stillwell hears it from me that I'm better than him.
I was going to say something to him, but I think I forgot.
In a joking manner, of course.
Yeah.
But, no.
He's a joking kind of guy. So.
He is. We have a lot of great Stillwell's a math teacher. We have a lot of great math teachers at Urbana High School. Math, certainly not my forte, but...
Mine, neither.
Lots of great teachers at Urbana High School. Stillman almost sacked. How was he not sacked? I don't know how.
A nice rush there.
A nice job from Stillman to avoid that. The intended receiver, Josh Parker.
Number 12 for Urbana. Let me see if I can flip.
Number 12, Tariq Keel.
Yeah, Tariq, and who's also a basketball player. A nice bull rush there. I mean, he came sprinting in from the linebacker position and almost got the sack.
Yeah. Or at the very least would have gotten half a sack, set it up for someone else. Because Tariq's not a very big guy. But he could have very easily tripped up Stillman and set up the other half of the sack for someone else. 37.4 left first quarter. First quarter's gone by relatively quickly. And it is not Josh Parker. I believe that was Tony Clark, the ball carrier.
Nice defense there up front by Urbana. They're getting some nice penetration up front when they do those inside runs. It's when they do those outside pulls that giving them a little trouble. But inside, they're doing a nice job.
Central's had the advantage with the little pitch things all evening.
By 42, Arnold Fox of the Tigers.
10 seconds left in the first quarter. I don't think we'll see another play, and we will likely go to the second quarter, and indeed we will. The Tigers with the lead at the end of the first. It is 6-0.
This is reminding me of one of those Pittsburgh-Cincinnati grit grind games. Or you could argue Steelers-Ravens. Let's use that example.
The AFC East, or excuse me, Central, is the North is where you see a lot of great games, lots of defensive battles, lots of just old school football.
In both NFC and AFC North, both play grit football.
Yeah. The AFC North not quite as much though. I mean, those Steelers-Bengals games I love those.
Yeah.
The AFC Central, AFC North, excuse me. Disregard everything I just said. I was thinking of the AFC East. The AFC North only has 3 teams and the Browns.
Switching field here, Joey. Get a better view of the Tigers' offense.
That we will.
Restoration needs. Clean right.
Yeah, for that entire tangent, I had the North and the East confused. So I'm glad we're past that. I'm an NFC guy. I'll tell you that, straight up.
I'm an NFC guy as well. Packers fan,
Yep. Love watching an NFC football game. 3rd down and 5.
Joe, we almost forgot there's a huge college football game tonight.
Hold that thought.
I'll hold that thought.
Yep.
Got a big down here, 3rd and 5.
Man under center is Isaac Heaton. Not Walker Stillman. It is Heaton's going to keep it. Heaton incomplete. The intended receiver will get a number in just a moment, but it'll set up 4th down for the Maroon offense.
And I always find it, when they do those fakes and play, I always get confused. Like, I thought Parker had the ball, and if he did, he had a straight line, but the defense knows what they're doing, so.
Central doesn't sell him quite as well as Notre Dame did last week.
Yeah.
They were great. Pass was dropped by number 20, Marshall Thompson. Remember, he fumbled in the end zone.
And in that instance, if I was Stillman, I would have just taken off. He had a huge lane.
Well, it's Isaac Heaton under the
Heaton.
Center.
Sorry.
Yep. Pitch to Parker. Parker's going to get a 1st down. How much will he get after that? He keeps going inside the 20. Josh Parker. He has certainly been the most valuable player of the game for the Maroon offense, and he gives the Maroons a red zone opportunity.
I think Central's starting to realize that the run game is going to help them a lot, and I think they've started to notice that that's Urbana's weakness.
Yeah, as long as they run it to the outside, they'll be pretty set, I think. Man in motion. False start forthcoming against Central, if I'm correct. It is. We saw a ton of those last week against Notre Dame. Or was it against Danville? I know.
Both.
We've seen a lot of false starts this year. Get a quick look at the Tigers' schedule. Week 1, they lost at Normal Community, 61-0. Week 2 against Centennial. Centennial has locked up the battle between the Champaign-Urbana schools, but more on that later. Centennial defeated Urbana 48-8. They lost at Peoria Week 3, 79-0. Week 4 saw them lose at home against Danville 65-13, and last week the best game they've played by far, a loss at home against Notre Dame 69-35. Centennial defeated Urbana in Week 2 48-8, 27-14 in Week 4 against Central. The pitch to Parker was fumbled, but
lots of ball control problems for both teams, I'd say. I mean, Urbana hasn't fumbled yet, but it's going to be a problem for both teams tonight.
That's 2 fumbles now for Central. They recovered that one.
Ball is spotted at the
It'll set up second down and long, at least 15 to go. We'll see. Stillman under center. I believe that was Stillman. I'll fact check that in a second. This is Josh Parker. Parker knocked out of bounds at the 1, but are they going to say he hit the pylon? No, they are not. And it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line. If you're Urbana, you can't let Central grab the lead here, I don't think.
Well, it's going to be awful tough to stop him here up at the, looks like the
1-yard line.
1-yard line.
We'll see. Last time the Maroons were inside the 10, they fumbled. See what they can do here. They're just going to power it in, and it'll be a touchdown for Central. And the Maroons tie it up 6 apiece. Just over 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. And the Maroons will attempt to kick the extra point. It'll be Ryan Chalifo, the kicker for the Maroons. Why do teams do that? Where they get set on one side and move to the other?
I guess to see whether Urbana's going to cover the guy over there, and if they don't, they're going to hike it and throw it to him. I don't know. I mean, some college teams do that too, and that's going to be offsides.
Yep. Who jumped for Urbana? Dion Green, it looks like, number 31.
That's the 3rd offsides penalty on the Tigers tonight so far.
It is.
1 false start penalty for Central.
Penalties haven't been a huge factor so far tonight. Half the distance to the goal doesn't really make much of a difference here.
Yeah, it's not like the NFL where that would be.
Extra point up and good for the Maroons. They now lead 7-6.
Nice kick. Looks like we have another good kicker tonight.
Yeah,
That was a nice little kick.
3 weeks in a row, we've seen a great kicker, but I don't see them kicking a kickoff deep here. No way I see that.
I wouldn't. I don't know if they're trying to give Urbana a touchdown, they could go ahead and do it.
Unless they've been practicing that all week.
I still wouldn't.
I wouldn't risk it.
You can't match Chico Lipscomb or Jamin Carter's speed and elusiveness. You just can't match it. And they're knowing of where to go.
Yeah, no, Jamin Carter great at finding any gap he can when he's returning the kick. And Chico Lipscomb, you can't doubt his speed, his agility. Two great athletes returning kicks for the Tigers.
And it's too bad that this is Jamin Carter's last year.
It really is.
And it looks like, is that Chico?
That is Chico. Chico's back deep to return with him. But I think we're going to see an onside kick from Central. I really do. Now, I hope I'm wrong, yes, but it's what it is.
Kicking off for your Maroons, number 19.
Maybe not an onside kick, but nothing that's going to go that deep.
Unless they're trying to give up a touchdown, like I said earlier.
We'll see.
And
it is a kick.
They are trying to give up a touchdown.
But it goes to Chico.
And that's a nice kick.
Into the end zone.
Well, see, if they kick it like that, they're not going to have to worry about it. But if they're kicking it short, they're going to have to worry.
That's risky because that barely got into the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was gutsy. But it pays off and gives the Tigers a long drive ahead.
Hopefully we can sustain another drive here. Score another touchdown. And 10:18 left in the second quarter. Is the PA guy right up above us?
PA guy is in the press box.
Oh.
Yep. The coaches are right above us on their headsets, helping call the plays.
Central growing with their gray alternates tonight.
Indeed they are, and I got to say, they look sharp.
I like them.
illegal procedure penalty against the Tigers. It'll be a 5-yard
Illegal
walk.
procedure against the Tigers. That was a big thing last week.
They come up with new penalties every week, Joey. It ceases to amaze me.
Yeah.
Never heard of illegal procedure, but that
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me.
No, it wasn't illegal procedure last week. It was illegal man down the field, illegal receiver. It's Kybers. He's going to air it out to Alonzo Davis. It is picked off by Central. Get a number on that. How did he catch that ball, Miller?
That is a great play. Almost like a baseball outfield making a diving catch. That's what it was. That was a great catch.
That was amazing.
And somehow he was able
Yeah.
to hold on to the ball. I mean, that's the best part of it. Didn't
Yeah.
bobble it, didn't use the ground to catch it. That was a beautiful catch.
Now Kybers did overthrow Alonzo Davis there.
And it wasn't the smartest throw either. I mean,
Wasn't the best throw.
He was triple covered.
But yeah.
I guess you like the aggressiveness, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But even so, you don't expect an overthrow to be punished quite like that. Heaton's going to keep it himself. Heaton finds his man. And Central into the 5. It is going to be a touchdown for Central. I believe that was James Carter. I'll double check that. 2 big plays for Central, and the Maroons go up by 7.
And Joey, when I say he was wide open, he was wide open.
Yeah, he got past the coverage and kept going, and a nice move to get into the end zone.
Looks like a missed tackle by Pat Butler. Down on the, I mean, it probably wouldn't have mattered anyways, but you know, nice hookup there from
Yeah, that
quarterback
was a nice pass.
to yeah.
Isaac Heaton, and
Let him right where he wanted to go.
The extra point for the Maroons, number 19, Ryan Shell.
And my apologies, I didn't catch the number of the receiver. It is hard to make out a number on these
Yeah, it is.
these Central uniforms. And the extra point up and good, an 8-point lead for the Maroons.
Good. 10:01 to go in this first half. It's your own Champaign Central Maroons 14, visiting Urbana Tigers 6.
So the Maroons up by a score, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. If you're the Tigers, you just got to get back to what you did on the first drive. Nice, slow, and methodical.
That was huge, Joey.
Get down the field and
This next drive is going to be critical.
Yep.
Because if we somehow give it up again, I feel like Central's going to capitalize on it. So we got to answer back here, or we're going to be in some trouble.
just over 10 minutes left in the second quarter. But you've got to start thinking that Central does have the ball to start the second half.
Buffalo Wild Wings for your ultimate social experience, sports fans.
And raindrops starting to fall. Hold off on the umbrella. If you are, hold off on the umbrella. I don't think it's going to get too bad.
Lipscomb, number 22, Jamin Carter, kicking off for your Maroons, number
Definitely going to
19,
be battling the
Ryan
elements
Shell.
out here today, Joey.
Yeah. Was supposed to get a little wet tonight, and looks like we're heading in that direction.
Student section coming together a little bit over there.
They are. They're starting to move towards each other. It'll be Ryan Chalifo, the kick for Central. And the ball fell off the tee, so we'll do it again. What was that college football game you were talking about tonight?
Stanford and Washington, Joey.
That's a big one.
Pac-12.
Washington might be legit this year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Number 10. Stanford's ranked 7th.
Yep.
It's going to be at Washington. And the winner of that game, Joey, might go on to win the Pac-12. And I know it's early, but it's a huge game.
Yeah.
Both teams survived a scare last week. Stanford winning at UCLA, Washington winning at Arizona.
We'll hold off.
Arizona.
Into the end zone. And we've seen this before. The Tigers will start at their own 20. I'm not a huge fan of Pac-12 football. It just doesn't jump out at me like SEC football does or Big Ten football.
I enjoy Pac-12 football.
I don't mind it. I mean,
because a lot of the teams there have lots of hybrid offenses where they score plays and they run a lot of plays, and they score a lot of points. And then there are some teams that have great defenses.
Yeah, certainly The Oregon Ducks, a prime example of that run and gun.
Yeah.
At least under Chip Kelly, they were a prime example of the no-huddle offense.
And then you got like Arizona State, California, huge with the air raid.
Chico Lipscomb gained a few.
And then you got teams like Stanford and Washington who pride themselves on defense.
Yep.
So, be interesting.
Yep. Gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5
short 6
from the 25. My Razorbacks lost a big one last week against Texas A&M. Just couldn't stop them. Or we couldn't. They stopped us quite a bit on the goal line. Hold that thought. It's Kybers to Davis. Pass was dropped by Davis. Some shenanigans as Davis shoves the defender Matt Tyner.
And that's one
after
that
the
Davis
play.
usually catches. It was thrown a little bit behind him, but Davis usually does catch those. So I know it's hard, but
Yeah.
he's got to hold on to those. So that was a nice read by Kybers and it looked like a slant.
No flag on the play, so it wasn't too egregious, but the Central contingent did not like it.
Central fans don't like much
Oh.
things from Urbana, so any small thing they're going to be roaring about.
It's an acute observation.
One of my pet peeves.
Yep. Kybers, he's going to look to his left side.
Take off.
Might just take it himself, and he will. Slides down.
That boy.
I give him enough for the first down.
His knee was down before the marker, I think, John. But that was a nice decision and a great decision to slide. We talked about that last week. A couple occasions he did not slide, and the result was not too good for him. And
First
I'm
down,
sure
Urbana.
Oh, you were right.
Sorry to cut you off, but
I'm sure he was feeling those the next day.
yeah.
And
Talking about the shots that Tyler took last week, he took quite a few of them.
And I wonder if we ever got. Did you ever hear anything about the Notre Dame running back?
I did not. It looked like towards the end of the game, he's walking around under his own power on the sidelines, just kind of walking it off.
Because he was good. And
He was very good. Chico Lipscomb. Ooh. A late hit on Central, no call. And Chico Lipscomb, enough for another Tiger first down.
nice play by Kybers and a nice catch and run by Chico.
Yep.
That's him and Jamin excel at that. Catch it and they run and they get out and stutter step and juke and they excel.
Miller, I've got to say from a broadcasting standpoint, it's a broadcaster's nightmare when it comes to the uniforms.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to make out the numbers on these white uniforms for Urbana, too.
The college guys, they get the high-tech technology, and we have to identify with our own eyes. And it's very hard, especially for you, because you have to.
Yeah, I'm trying to call him out on the spot. Chico Lipscomb got back to the line, not too much more than that. I thought a flag was down, but it was just a cleat of a Tigers player. From a distance, the reflection from the lights made it look a little yellowish. Matter of fact, Alonzo Davis's cleats are like a weird shade of orange and yellow there.
Yeah. They are indeed.
Yep. As we welcome in our NFHS Network viewing audience, we apologize for the technical errors. Jamin Carter makes the catch. A first down for Urbana.
Nice catch by Jamin.
What a way
see
to
some Central fans thinking that is pass interference, but no call.
What a way to welcome in the viewing audience on the NFHS Network. We were working through some technical errors with our laptop earlier. We apologize. Again, the full broadcast should be made available on YouTube in a matter of days. It will also replay on Urbana Public Television at some point on a Saturday night. 7 1/4 left to go. 7 3/4 left to go in the second quarter. Just joining us, you haven't missed, well, you've missed a little bit, but not too much. The Maroons leads 14-6. Play action. Kybers has to get rid of it quickly. Overthrows Jamon Carter-Grady, but an understandable error. He had the cavalry coming on that one.
Yeah. Difficult throw for anybody on the rollout. And he had two guys coming up his face, and that's what we're talking about, Joey. The blitz on the play action. And they were right in his grill, and he had to get rid of it. A little bit high for Jamon. Nice idea, though.
I'll try to recap this real quickly for any new viewers. The Tigers on their first drive of the game, they received the opening kickoff, went down, scored a touchdown. On the Maroons' first drive of the game, they fumbled in the end zone. The Tigers recovered. Since then, the Maroons have scored twice, both extra points good, and they lead 14-6. The extra point on the Tigers' touchdown was no good. Kybers quickly releases it to Jamon Carter-Grady. Carter-Grady gains nearly enough, well, he gains a moderate amount of yards. It'll be second down and medium to go.
I feel like Jamon sometimes is almost very difficult to tackle and almost untackable at times because he's so big.
Yep.
And he's got speed. For a big guy he's got lots of elusiveness.
Third down and 4, my apologies. It is starting to rain a little bit, that's why I went silent there.
Yeah, Joey, it's just a sprinkle.
Hey, it's not too bad. Kybers quickly to Carter-Grady.
Short.
Yeah, gang into nothing on that one. 4th and 4 forthcoming. I think it's 4-down territory.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't see it at the high school level.
Yep.
You're not going to punt it from the 34, and we don't have a field goal kicker who can make it. So, 4th and 5.
And in these conditions, I don't know too many field goal kickers at the high school level that would even try attempting this.
Yeah.
Maybe Caleb Griffin.
Man, you're still on him, the Danville kicker from 2 weeks ago.
I mean,
he was
kid
great.
was kicking 55-yard field goals.
I'll give him that. In warm-ups, he was booting them.
You can't forget that.
It was unforgettable. 4th and 5 from the 33. It'd be about a 43-yard field goal from here. That's irrelevant. And it is Kybers to Jamon Carter-Grady. Carter-Grady to the 20-yard line, a Tiger first down.
Having a hard time covering Jamon. He's the safety blanket for Kybers.
For a big guy, he is elusive.
Yeah, definitely. He's a great athlete.
He is. Plays basketball for the Tigers.
And I believe, he might do track.
He might. I don't pay a ton of
I'm not
attention
sure.
to track.
He might do track. He might not. But he does play basketball. And he was a key piece for the varsity team last year. He came off the bench. Played some good minutes. That's a false start.
Whistle blown. It'll be a false start on Urbana. He's also my friend on the PlayStation Network, which is odd because I don't think I've been in a party with him once or talked to him once since he accepted my request. But I felt that was worth noting.
You still haven't challenged me yet, Joey.
I'll play you.
Feeling scared?
Nah.
You sure?
It's just speculation, but I might pick up 2K17, NBA 2K17 tomorrow. But I know you want to play in Madden, so
yeah.
See what we can do.
I'll pick a random team, and I'm ready.
Oh, I love doing that. Hit random team 3 times. Whoever it gives you on the third one, you got to go with. It's Kybers. This is Lipscomb running backwards. Chico, what's he doing? Is he going to get to the line? Not quite. And he lost a few. That's my criticism with Chico. He's a great athlete, but he seems to run every direction but forward sometimes. I think if he can get that figured out, he's going to be the best running back in the conference.
And a lot of running backs do that. The guys with the speed and the elusiveness, they feel like they won't get anything if they go straight up the middle, which is sometimes the thing you got to do, even though there are a lot of bodies there. They feel like if they get outside, they can make a play, but sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
That's like in basketball, you're dribbling too much, and that's like dribbling east and west. You're trying to go north and south.
Yeah.
Doing lots of moves.
Yeah.
Sometimes a good crossover or a good between the legs is all you need.
Because instead of just getting back to the line, he lost 7 there.
He lost 7 yards there.
Yeah. No, I think he lost 2. I think.
Yeah. Because it was first and 15. Yeah.
Still, he didn't do a great job.
Say 7 yards. That's a lot of yards.
Yeah. I said that and I was like, he didn't quite lose that many.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite that bad of a run. I'll give him credit though for what he was doing. He did a good job of getting back to at least close to where the line of scrimmage
Southwest
was.
Grill is a proud sponsor of the Champaign Central Maroons. Let's go Maroons.
A lot of sponsors on the field for the Maroons. You've got Jimmy John's, the United States Army.
And Jason's brother and at Country Financial.
That's funny.
I got to tell him that it happened.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll get a kick out of it.
Oh.
I've noticed that they got food trucks in the back. I might have to go check that out.
They have one food truck. Who is that? I'll check that in a minute. I don't want to lean back that far right now. Food aside, we'll eat at halftime. It is Tyler Kybers with a man in motion, Chico Lipscomb. Tyler is the only man under center. Shotgun formation, he throws to Davis. I think Davis wanted to, well, he didn't really visibly want a flag, and it'll set up 3rd and 17.
Yeah, that was good coverage.
Matt Tyner on the defense for your Maroons.
There was just really no play there. It's going to be a difficult throw.
Yeah. Now, if I'm calling the play here for the Tigers, I want to get something that's going to, I want to play that's going to give me about half the yards I need to set up a 4th and short.
Definitely. You don't want to try and get all of it because then most likely you're not going to get any of it.
Yeah. Just.
And I assume we're going to go for it because, you know, there's no point punting.
We went for it last time.
Yeah.
A field goal's a little more chewable here, but I still doubt that we can see it.
If we're having trouble making extra points, I doubt we're going to kick a field goal. That's a
good run. Chico Lipscomb, the ball carrier. He gets to the 20. He didn't have anywhere to go there. Not his fault.
I still would have gone. He had a little crease going forward. So he decided to try to make a move.
4th and 14.
Well, I thought there was more than 3 yards there.
Looked like it. When you take the snap that far deep in the backfield, or that deep, you could say that far in the back.
Well, here
far and deep, you only have to say one of those.
I'd call a pass, maybe a play action here or a shotgun pass. I'd be smart about it. Don't force anything. Like don't look at Alonzo and just throw it to him wherever he goes. I mean, I'd mix my eyes and try and see who's open.
If I'm Tyler, I'd try a quick kick here. No. 4th and 14, what can Tyler do? He can find Jamin Carter, who caught the ball, didn't have any footing underneath him when he came down.
A little bit lower throw by Kybers, and he's got the first down, but a great catch, though, by Jamin.
It was a nice catch. He's not the tallest guy, so, I mean, that probably wouldn't have been as big of a problem for someone like Alonzo or Jamon. Just didn't have anywhere to go. And it wasn't a guaranteed deal that he gets the first down after he catches that.
But it sure looked like he
could have stumbled.
Probably dived for it, knowing Jamin.
Yeah. Now the Tigers need to stop here.
Desperately need to stop here.
And
nice tackle by number
Jamon.
5.
Jamon Carter Grady.
Jamon is that Jamon?
He is number 5.
Yeah, that is Jamon. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice tackle by Jamon coming off the block.
Still a gain of 7. Was it a gain? It
didn't seem like a gain of 7, but
all right.
Sure seems like we're getting a lot less yards and running, and they're getting a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, a small run for them is 5 yards, and a small run for us is a loss of 2.
And handoff. This is number 5, Tony Clark. First down, Maroons.
Tony Clark. That's a Maroon first down.
Starting to get a little chilly here. Not anything unbearable.
Tigers number 12, Tariq Keel.
Tariq making a couple of tackles here in the first half. Good to see him make a contribution. First-year football player.
And it's what I mentioned earlier. Well, I didn't mention that he plays basketball, but he's not the biggest guy. We'll see. Jake Luffman pursuing Heaton. Heaton's going to get out of bounds. A nice job by Isaac Heaton to evade the sack.
Gets out to the Maroon 34-yard line.
And it'll be 2nd and short. I want to mention, we don't talk about A.J. Fox a lot on the broadcast. He didn't have anything to do with the last play, but I just want to give him a shout-out before I forget. He is the leading tackler in the area.
Yeah.
He goes under the radar. He's a relatively unassuming guy. And And a player is down for the Tigers.
Stayed on the play, makes it 2nd and 2 for the Maroons.
Looks like that's an Urbana Tiger.
Yeah, it is a Tiger down. Not sure of the number. Classy to see the Maroons take a knee. Tigers doing the same. And we certainly wish the injured Tiger luck here. Hey, we can't get a number because he's laying down. We won't speculate as to what the injury is. 3:26 left, second quarter. The Maroons up 14-6. When we do come back, it'll be 2nd and 2 from the 34.
I would take a knee myself, Joey, but the ground's a little wet.
It is from earlier rain, and yeah, this doesn't look to be great here. They are going to help him up. Looks like the Tigers trainer and the Maroons trainer help the injured Tiger to his feet. It appears from here to be number 72,
Zacharias
Hall. The injured Tiger, so
if he's unable to continue, that's huge. I mean, he's a key contributor on both the offensive and defensive line. Big part of the Tigers team, and
yeah.
So
is that 72 or
be a key loss.
73? I thought it was 72.
Injured player?
Yeah.
Looked like 72.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll stand with that pending a further update. 3:16 to go, second quarter. 2nd and 2 for Central. Handoff. Parker, I believe. No. Check that. Tony Clark, number 5. Clark has nearly as many carries as Josh Parker does tonight. Tony Clark with some big runs. 3:15 to go, second quarter.
It looks like they have a nice running back combo of Clark and
A nice 1-2 punch.
Parker, which we've seen a lot of. Most teams we've played have had a nice 1-2 combo.
Yep.
Which the Tigers do as well, and that looks like it's going to be a holding on Central, so this is probably going to come back.
Yep, Isaac Heaton on the scramble, gained about 7, but you're right, this does appear to be coming back, and it will indeed come back, a hold for the Maroons.
You always love holding penalties as a defense.
Yeah.
And they're huge. I mean, 10-yard penalties, and they set you back.
Gives you a freebie.
Yeah. It's like an offsides penalty when you're on offense and you get the snap off.
Yeah, free play.
Yeah, and that's when you take a shot. And because I mean, because then you could get a pass interference call, and but then it doesn't matter if it gets intercepted.
That's
Yeah.
a 10-yard walk.
Yeah, no, if you see the defense jump offside, you're a quarterback, you do what you can.
Yeah.
Take a shot. It'll be 1st and 23. And Clark, the carry, Parker, excuse me. Just when you think it's one of them, they give it to the other, and Josh Parker
Looks like
almost gets back to the
yeah,
original line.
almost back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and about 12. Yep.
Yep, 2nd and 12, forthcoming from the 39.
39.
2.5 to go.
This would be a huge stop for the Tigers defensively. We can get,
Yep.
if we could stop them and maybe even get the ball back before the half ends.
And Heaton will keep it. Heaton
He's
will
got
throw it.
Man wide open.
And it's what we saw earlier. Jake Beasley, the receiver, downed at the 30.
Looks like one of the Tiger defenders slipped, but he was still wide open, Joe. He was coming down the seam, and he was about as wide as we can get, and that's the second time. And they've thrown 3 passes, maybe. Yeah, 3 passes I think that I remember. 2 completions. 1 was the play action incomplete.
First down.
Well, they threw more than 3, but yeah, I mean
That's all I remember.
because
At least,
some of them haven't been very good.
yeah.
but
But the 2 that have
Yeah.
been good have been huge.
Yep. And it's Parker. Parker brought down
There's a number 7.
Dalen Crawford Laston's the tackle. That was a nice tackle.
That was a nice tackle.
Lowest man always wins.
Brought down
Yep.
by number
They taught me that when I was a wrestler in 6th grade.
Oh,
Lowest
geez.
man always. Yeah,
Imagining you as a wrestler.
yeah, it's frightening.
Oh, it's hard to imagine.
Yeah, but a lesson applicable from 6th grade wrestling to high school varsity football. Lowest man always wins.
So there's no wrestling program at the middle school, so
That's why I quit. Oh my goodness, a touchdown for Central. Jake Beasley, the ball carrier, gets in, and it's a 2-score game now.
fooled me again. I thought Parker had the ball.
2016.
Well, if you're Central, I go for 2 here.
Oh yeah. No, it looks like they're gonna kick it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Well, because they have a good kicker, so it's
Yeah.
almost guaranteed that it's a
might as well take the 15 over the chance at 14.
yeah. And they're up by 2 scores. So.
Yeah, it's
It'd be nice if Urbana could get a scoring drive, but
The extra point, number
it's not. It's not expected.
No, it's
There's
not.
1:30 left, and that's difficult to do. We just don't want to turn the ball over and give it back.
extra point, no good, guaranteed. No, it's not. The Tigers, I
Oh,
think,
that might have been
I think
deflected.
blocked it. Yeah,
Yeah. No. See, I said guaranteed if he. I didn't say that, but I meant that. I meant that if he got it off, like without any deflections.
yeah.
Escorts must assemble at the south gate entrance to the track
Eh.
by the end of
I guess I
the
could
You
have
got me,
assumed.
Joey.
Yeah.
Returns in a minute and
My
36
guarantee is not
seconds.
very
Just
guaranteed.
going down there now. The homecoming activities will begin immediately following the end of the second quarter. So please be prompt.
And we are anticipating a kick. Now, they're not going to kick. They've been kicking it deep.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it here with a minute and a half left in the second quarter.
I would.
Let's,
Puts us back
that's
farther.
true.
And he's been kicking it into the end zone. So
I meant the opposite of what I said.
okay, that makes sense.
Nah.
Number 19, Ryan.
It's my cover-up. But if they don't kick it deep, I stand by it. So,
Well, yeah, because then that benefits us.
yeah.
Ladero Lipscomb.
Jamin and Chico back to return. And it does go deep. This one in the end zone again. So they've kicked it deep 3 times, and each of those 3 times it's gone into the end zone.
Goes into the end zone.
Ryan Chalifo knows what he's doing.
And the Tigers will end
They clearly prepared,
20-yard line.
unlike Peoria Notre Dame.
They couldn't. Pure Notre Dame couldn't kick it into the end zone, but
If
they
there's
kept
one
kicking
thing,
it.
yeah. If there's one thing you watch the Tigers on film, it's and
Yeah.
you learn it's the kick return.
Yep. But if you're Ryan Chalifo and you don't get all of a kick, then you're in
Which-
trouble.
Yeah, which happens quite a lot. I mean,
Because, I mean, we could see, even if they kick it to Chico, we could see like an end around thing to jam it,
or even Chico could take it back.
or Chico has he had a 50-yard return, I think, last week. It's Kybers to Chico,
Leaded to number 8,
and I think they lost 2 on that.
Yep. Good observation,
Loss
Joey.
on the play. Ball is spotted at the Tiger 18-yard line where it will be 2nd and 12.
And the clock continues to run. The Tigers are in no hurry, doesn't look like. So they're going to play with the mentality that if we get a big play, great, but if not, we're not going to risk it all trying to
Yeah.
take
You
a
don't
stab
want
at it.
like turning it over. You don't want to do that. Just come back in the second half with greater intensity and greater focus.
It's Kybers, has to get out of bounds. Hit the ground pretty hard, but he doesn't seem to be too shaken up. That stops the clock. 50.5 seconds on the board.
20 drops Kybers.
Be 3rd down and 11
Loss.
with the clock stopped. Now, that's what Central wanted because they have some timeouts
3rd and
Yeah.
11 for the
that they can utilize.
And knowing Central's offense so far, they can definitely score
Yeah.
in under a minute.
Yeah, the Tigers scored on their first drive of the game, but have not scored since. They look to hit pay dirt here. They've got 50.5, basically 51 seconds left. And it's going to be Kybers to Jamon Carter-Grady. The ever-reliable Jamon Carter-Grady, a 1st and more. That'll stop the clock.
And better get up there, hurry. And once that ball's down there, the clock starts. Definitely get off another play. Well, yeah, definitely get off a play, but get off a play quickly.
Jamon is really the Jason Witten or Tony Gonzalez of the Tigers offense.
Oh, yeah, he's
Or-
the tight end, so yeah.
Or plug in any,
Plug in
any tight end.
any tight end.
To head right now down to the south gate entrance to the track.
42.4, round down to 42 left. Tigers take a timeout.
In 42 seconds, so please get there.
I see a few people from local news stations here filming the game. I want to point out that WCIA 3's Aaron Bennett coming out of retirement, as he joked on Twitter. He is in Mahomet, I believe, filming the Mahomet game. So he, the former sports anchor for WCIA. You don't seem too interested in that, but
I
yeah.
don't really watch the news,
Right.
so I don't really know who that is.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, but I don't really.
Yeah.
I
Expose.
had nothing to comment. so.
Expose them. Sometimes it's less is more. So,
Yeah. See, I already said that.
Better say nothing than
Is that? I guess that's the moral of the game so
yeah.
far.
Sometimes silence is the best comment. So we'll see. Tigers not quite at midfield. If you're going to throw something, you've got to throw it, I think, deep enough to where if it's intercepted, it's basically a punt.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Kybers back to pass.
Kybers to Chico.
Better get out of bounds.
And he does. He was nearly kept in bounds. A solid defensive effort from Central.
Got to get out of bounds on those.
He was trying. Yeah, it was a fight, but
Something your Cowboys do not know how to do.
Terrence Williams.
If I recall, week 1,
Man, I was
you were steaming, weren't you?
I wasn't able to watch that game, and I'm glad I was not. I was out of the house that day. But we're looking pretty good with Dak Prescott, though. I'm content. Here is
Yeah, you guys haven't played any good competition yet.
Kybers to Lipscomb. 1st down. It'll stop the clock. 28 and a half.
Passes completed.
We haven't played any good competition.
The number
Played the Giants.
Yeah, who you lost to.
We did, well, because of Terrence Williams.
Well, no, you guys were going to lose anyways because, I mean, there was like, what, going to be like 2 seconds left? You had to throw a Hail Mary.
It's a Tiger timeout.
And Dak
True enough.
Prescott's not Aaron Rodgers.
I
so-
guess our two, well, it's true. Very few Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, and that's about as far as I'd go.
Because you guys played the Redskins, so they're all right.
Washington and Chicago are
Chicago is
very
down this year.
Chicago is a cupcake, is what they are. They're going to get a
They're-
good draft pick, and that's about all that the fans in
You're going to have to pick a
Chicago are-
quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, Jay Cutler's not very good at all.
And he's always hurt.
He's not. Yeah.
I mean, he's not, Ahmed. I mean, come on. He's not good. Face it. Like Tony Romo. He's not good.
Come on now. Tony Romo's good when he's healthy. He's just never healthy. That's his problem.
I think he's a little out of his years, Joey. I think Dak Prescott's good for them.
I like Dak
He's
a lot.
mobile. He's got a great arm, and he's good at. He's
Smart. Very,
He's intellectual.
yeah. Fun.
Tony Romo. Well, we'll save that for later.
Yeah, Kybers threw into double coverage there, and it was incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You guys play the Packers coming up, and
We do.
excited for that game. I've got you and a couple other people, Cowboys fans, and starting to trash talk, and I'm not appreciating it too much.
I'm not going to say we can beat Green Bay, but
And it's at Lambeau, so
Yeah.
you better
I'm not going to say we can beat the Packers, but it's going to be a good year in Dallas. We can't beat the Packers right now.
Got to beat Carson Wentz and the Eagles.
This is true. Kybers rolls to his right. He's got to find his man. He is going to get sacked. Fumble. The ball is loose. It's going to be recovered by the Maroons unless it was out of bounds. It's Urbana ball. The fumble did get out of bounds. That stops the clock at the very least.
Well, it's now Hail Mary time. Shot time.
Yeah.
Throw it towards the end zone. We do not need that. That is something we do not need. We do not need a fumble that they recover or they leave it in bounds and they run with it. We don't need that.
Our view obstructed a little bit of the sideline by the Maroons player standing right in front of it, but that fumble did get out of bounds. 3:15. You third down and 15, 16 on the clock.
It's definitely time to take a shot. And even if you don't and it's incomplete and there's less than 10 seconds on, I'd go for it on fourth down.
Oh, yeah. Kybers finds Jamin Carter. Carter didn't get a first down. The Tigers have a timeout left. It'll be a timeout Urbana with 10 seconds left on the clock.
Frankly, you could throw a nice quick pass to the sideline, get out of bounds, and then run another play, but I don't know if we're that capable, and we might just want to use up the whole clock right here. Because the worst thing to happen is you do a quick pass and it doesn't work out, which I assume Central probably will run the ball.
Yeah.
Because, the running game's good, and they could break one at any time. So.
Yeah.
Incredibly good because we cooked on wood.
10 seconds left. I'm trying to think. There's a lot to think about here. If I'm throwing the ball here, I wait. You got to wait until I think there's like 5 seconds left to release the ball, I think. Then it's not caught until, Central's going to have 3 seconds at most if you do it like that. Question is, how far can Tyler throw?
I think you can definitely throw from here to the end zone.
Yeah.
Because remember, that one touchdown pass to Alonzo was at least a 40-yarder.
Yeah.
In the air, like he threw it in the air.
Depending on where he throws it from, it'd be approximately a 40-yard shot to the end zone. He has 3 wide receivers lined up to his left, 1 man in the backfield. Kybers quickly releases it to Alonzo Davis. Can Davis get out of bounds? He has to. Well, he doesn't have to, but he does with 3.2 left.
Nice play by Alonzo, and that's what I was talking about. Nice decision by Kybers. Now,
I didn't see that coming at all. We both thought they were going to go all the way to the end zone there, and they did.
We both did, but I also said before that, and actually, yeah, you're right, because that was in the middle of the field pass.
Yeah. Yeah,
which is risky. But Alonzo's a great receiver, so he had to know about to get out of bounds. He did that.
Certainly makes a shot to the end zone here much more manageable. From the 25, Kybers. This will be the last play of the half, barring a penalty. Kybers to the end zone to Jamin Carter. It's dropped. No flag.
Almost.
And that'll be the half.
Almost. It was on his fingertips.
At the end of this first half.
Yeah, nothing you can do there. A good job by Jamin, just good defense from Central. That takes us to the end of the half. A 2-score game here at Tommy Stewart Field. The Maroons lead 20-6. Now it is homecoming night for the Maroons. They will take a 20-minute halftime. We will join you shortly being 20 minutes, for the second half. Keep watching the Tigers Media Network. And we're back on the Tigers Media Network, just about to get going for the second half. And as Miller puts on his headset, Miller, during halftime, it turned into a good night to be a rain poncho. It's coming down.
Hopefully there's no lightning or bad weather in the area. Hopefully it's just a little rain.
This is true.
So we don't have to wait and finish the game later.
Yeah. Yeah, last year's game against or between the Tigers and the Maroons was postponed at halftime due to lightning, was resumed the next day.
Looks like my spreadsheet's going to get a little soaked here.
Oh yeah, no, my clipboard is made of paper, so
Yeah, it's not too...
it's gonna take a beating. I might have to make a new one for next week.
It's all right.
We'll be all right.
We'll be fine. This just means that my dad's not going to come and sit out here. He's going to...
Sit in the car.
Yeah. Or might not come at all.
Oh, so as we get set to go, 20 seconds until the second half is set to begin. Central will receive the kickoff to start the second half. We may see an onside kick or something from the Tigers. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I suppose. And that bridge is arriving in less than 10 seconds.
GTPS Insurance Agency, located inside First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana, is proud to support Champaign Central student athletes. Go Maroons!
It looks about good for our umbrella.
24 minutes left of football, Joey.
Yep, and, you know, as much as we might complain about the weather, this is football weather, Miller. This is going to be fun to watch.
It's just like snow on a good Christmas day for Fox football.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah, well, they don't play football on Christmas Day. They usually try to avoid it when they can.
I meant Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, there you go.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I get it. The turkey and the ham get me confused, Joey.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and if I'm going to be a real stickler, if you're going to see snow on a Thanksgiving football game, it'd be on NBC because the Cowboys and the Lions both play in dome stadiums. Gotcha. Dalen Crawford Lasdens will attempt the kick for the Tigers.
Yeah.
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 I'm right.
Yeah, you are.
Oh.
And last year, wasn't it the 49ers?
49ers.
That played on Thanksgiving, and there's obviously not going to be snow there. So.
Yeah.
Unless it's El Nino, so you never know.
Yeah. Dalen Crawford with the kick. It was not an onside kick, and the Maroons will take over at the 40-yard line.
Unfortunately for me, Joey, I have a hole in the bottom of my shoe, and my socks are becoming completely soaked.
Oh, that's rough. Oh, wow. Yeah, I need to get new shoes. I have a hole in my shoes, but not in the bottom.
I'm due for an upgrade on many things.
I'm with you. 11:55 to go. Correction, not the 40-yard line, the 19-yard line.
Nice kickoff coverage by the Tigers. And a nice kick, too. Nice
it was. Tigers have
line
to
drive bounce kick.
Yep.
Better
Pitch.
hold on to the football.
Yeah, with the rain, it'll make things a challenge. Not a challenge for Josh Parker. Josh Parker, first carry of the half for the Maroons. And Josh Parker is going to go, and he is going to go for the Maroon touchdown. And that's not what Urbana wanted to see. The Maroons go up by 3 scores on the first play from scrimmage of the second half.
Huge run. And a great one at that. I mean, nice cutback here at about the 40-yard line, turned it upfield. He was gone, Joey. He was gone.
That he was. The Tigers.
He's an explosive back. I mean,
he is.
Don't get me wrong. He's probably the best back in the area.
Yeah.
I would say he's better than the Centennial backs. And
yeah.
I'd also say him and the Danville running backs might be tied.
Peoria Notre Dame.
Well, that's not really the area.
I know. I was thinking conference.
Yeah.
Extra point up and good.
Well, clearly the best running back in the conference is the one from Peoria Central.
No kidding. He's been great. Peoria Central handed out a 79-0 defeat for the Tigers in Week 3. Peoria Central plays the Maroons in Week 8. That game will be here at Tommy Stewart Field.
You've always pushed yourself because you're driven, ambitious, disciplined, but you want to reach the next level. Join us as a soldier in the U.S. Army. Earn the respect that comes with
So the Tigers will have to answer back. They don't have to score here. It's not a necessity, but you're down three scores. You need to fire back at some point.
Yeah, this would be a nice time to respond. It's pretty much absolutely needed if you're gonna stay in the game.
Yeah. If they don't score here, they would need to force a turnover or
have some
form of stop on their next defensive possession. It's still drizzling. It's not coming down quite as hard as it was earlier, but it'll be interesting to see if what rain remains plays a factor in what Chalifo does with the kickoff here. Our camera operator, Ahmed Evans, holding an umbrella very close to my face right now to protect our camera. Thank you, Ahmed. I was trying to figure out how to ask him to just kind of move the umbrella, and
You could have just asked.
I could have.
I'm sure Ahmed is a nice enough person. He would do that.
Indeed, he is. Great.
This looks like a onside kick. Yeah?
Yep. Tigers need this. It is recovered by Dion Green.
Again.
Well, so that sets the Tigers up with good field position.
So the Maroons, who were in an attempt to put away the game for good by trying to get the onside kick. Which is not bad because they've been pretty stout on defense against Urbana, except for the first drive.
Yeah.
So.
The Tigers need to get back to what they were doing earlier.
Yeah, and they need to figure out what they were doing earlier and then just do the same thing pretty much. I mean, that first drive was pitch perfect.
Even their last drive of the half, I mean, if not for the time, the clock was working against them. Yeah.
It's good.
Yep, Tigers' offense has not been bad tonight. Kybers, shotgun formation, 2 people in the backfield. He drops back. He looks for Jamin Carter, finds Jamin Carter, gain of 2. Incomplete. I thought he caught it.
Looked like he caught it.
Yeah.
Kybers' pass is incomplete, intended for number 22, Jamin Carter.
And it'll set up a 2nd and 10.
Student section brought their umbrellas for the most part. See across the way.
Yeah. Trying to see if Central's student section, I think I saw one umbrella in the Central student section.
Central student section has gotten quite smaller, I would say.
Yeah.
But that's probably because of the rain.
Kybers to Carter. Jamin Carter eludes a defender. He gained 3 if they give him forward progress.
Number 21, Jake Beasley on the initial hit.
And it will be a gain of 3.
Maroons.
3rd and longer than medium, but not quite 3rd and long. It's 3rd and 7. Does it become 4-down territory for the Tigers here, Miller?
I think it's still too early.
Yeah.
Because if you go for 4th down here, you're basically giving the Central, if you don't make it, a great opportunity to blow this game away.
Yeah. Kybers looks, immediately finds. That is Miles Cobb.
Pass is completed to number 8.
No, Chico Lipscomb. Looked like number 9 to me. Miles Cobb, not one who usually catches passes. That's why
I would go for.
Caught off guard. Yeah, it is a
4th and short.
In Maroon territory.
Okay.
Maroon 48-yard
All right, they moved the ball back a little bit from where they originally spotted it. They had it spotted past the 1st down marker and moved it back. It'll be 4th and 1.
Looks like scoreboard still, there we go. Scoreboard moved it to 4th and 1.
4th and 1. Malcolm Thompson, the punter, came onto the field, was called off the field. The Tigers are going to go for it, a big 4th and 1 for Urbana here. 10 minutes exactly now left on the clock.
Throw it outside.
And it's Kybers. Oh, and it's batted away. Pass intended for Alonzo Davis.
I would have thrown it outside. Jamin had a one-on-one matchup, and I'm pretty sure Jamin could break a tackle.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a good.
Kybers saw something different.
It was. I liked the decision for Davis. It looked like there was a Maroon defender holding on to his arm or something. It was a very sketcy play, to say the least. First and 10 for Champaign Central. Now you need to stop here. I mean, 4 scores doesn't sound like a lot, but it is with how the game's gone.
If they score again, then make it 5 scores.
It'd be 4.
No, it's 4 right now. No, it is. You're right.
And Jake Beasley, the reception for Central. It's a touchdown for the Maroons. The 3rd time a Maroon defender has been left wide open. And it costs the Tigers again. It's a Maroon touchdown.
That's what happens when you bite on the play action.
That's what we talked about earlier.
That was a beautiful throw. He led him right, and it was right in his breadbasket.
Yep.
Nice catch, too, with the rain
soggy conditions.
And a great throw, too. Beautiful job by the Central Maroons on offense. I don't know what's going on in the Tiger secondary, but we're having some major problems, which usually passing's not really an issue usually. It's usually the run defense, and tonight we're getting burned on the play action long passes because we're stacking the box, expecting Josh Parker or Tony Clark to run it. And they're just throwing it deep. And that time it was Beasley with the nice catch.
Extra point up and good, makes it a 28-point game.
Cruz kick is good with 9:46 to go in this 3rd quarter. It's your own Champaign Central.
Well, I guess the good thing, the silver lining for the Tigers is that didn't take a lot of time off the clock. You know, ideally, I guess if the Maroons are going to score, you have them score quickly. Gives you more time to score, and it helps everyone out. I guess it doesn't help everyone out. I'm not sure where I was going with that. But 9 3/4 left, the 3rd quarter.
So the Central cheerleaders, instead of doing push-ups, they do jumping jacks. It's an interesting twist. Usually the cheerleaders don't do push-ups, but
usually it is.
Usually the
Illini cheerleaders do.
The male cheerleaders do the push-up, but they do not seem to have any male cheerleaders. It's a little interesting.
I think we have 2.
Yeah, we have 2.
We have 2. 34 jumping jacks, no easy task.
Definitely easier than 34 push-ups.
Yeah. I had a theory earlier. I think people should try to be a little fatter with the rising cost of clothes. You might as well pay for every stitch.
I don't think that's the point, Joe.
Onside kick, and Central might have recovered this one. They did.
Yeah.
Certainly looked that way. Maroon football. They recover the onside kick. And that might have put away the game.
The game was put away when that touchdown pass was thrown.
You think so?
I believe so. Actually, I actually believe that the game was put away when Josh Parker made that run.
Yeah, that was a big start to the half for Central. Now, I mean,
and now they're just putting the cherry on top.
Yeah. Well, there's still time for the Tigers, but I mean, if the Maroon offense does what they've been doing, it's gonna be a rough one.
Looks like we're heading towards a running clock 4th quarter, Joey.
At this pace we are, we'll see. And it is a double handoff. And Jake Beasley is the ball carrier, and Jake Beasley's gonna get to the 25-yard line. Couldn't tell who had the ball. 2 handoffs for the Maroons. They're getting there's a little diversity to their play calling.
For the Tigers, number 6.
And 9:37 left in the 3rd quarter. As I mentioned earlier, it just takes one play to force a fumble or something. We'll see if the Tigers can find that one play. First and 10 at the 25. This is Tony Clark. He's going to get inside the 10. Tony Clark brought down by a few Tigers. It's 1st and goal.
Super fan red zone. First and goal.
As the rain intensifies a little more. Every time I'm here at this field, there seems to be some form of weather event. The playoff game that I did, Central and Lincoln Way West last year.
I remember coming to
snowstorm.
the Urbana Centennial game last year.
Yeah.
Because we went out for monocles with Coach Russell and his wife. and some other players.
Touchdown Central.
Mystical, Cecil,
Right.
Chavassier. Then we came out here, and it was actually a pretty good game.
It was the Centennial game last year, closer than the Central game. I was at the Urbana Central game that was delayed by lightning at halftime.
And that
which keeps with the theme of the.
That was at home, right?
That was here.
That was here.
That was
so
here.
we were playing here 2 straight years in a row.
Yep.
That's a little odd.
It was a little odd.
Usually you switch venues every year.
And then the first time I was ever here, a Centennial playoff game in 2014. It was about 30 degrees, I guess 33 degrees because it was raining, a cold, icy rain, a rough night for football.
Yeah, we're going to start those later games of the year. It's going to start getting a little chilly.
It gets cold.
Got 2 more home games.
Yep, Bradley Bourbonnais next week. It was a bad snap.
And another blocked kick.
Yeah.
By Dion. I want to say that's Dion.
8:54 to go in this
blocked kick kind of by default there.
I want to say that's Dion Green, but I'm not positive that is.
Dion Green's had a good night for the Tigers. Recovered the opening kickoff, and it was an onside kick. Recovered the fumble in the end zone on Central's first drive. Second half, though, has been all Central. So we'll see if the Tigers can do something here. As I mentioned, the silver lining for the Tigers, it hasn't taken the Maroons a ton of time to score these points, and as such, they have more time to try to mount a comeback. Down by 34, 5 touchdowns in the third
now,
quarter.
If Central decides to do another onside kick, that'd be rubbing it in. I feel.
You do what you got to do. I mean,
you do what you got to do, but there's a point in time where, unless they're trying to get it to 40 points.
That's what I think their goal is.
Yeah, then after that.
Kicking off for your Maroons, number 19, Ryan Chalifous.
It's their homecoming night. I'll give them a few of these.
I understand it's a rivalry game. You want to crush your opponent.
Yeah.
But there is a line there that you cross.
Yeah. There's a line, you're right. We'll see. I'll give them one more.
Yeah.
And there's their one more, recovered by Urbana. Jeremy Rumsey, the recovery. Number 25, and the Tigers will take off, will start off in Maroon territory. Our whole crew, you're Miller Calhoun. I am Joey Wright. Ahmed Evans, our cameraman. Jason Liggett, our producer for Urbana Public Television. If you missed the start of the game, because of a technical error on our part, remember the broadcast will be available on YouTube and on Urbana Public Television later on. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball essentially at midfield. It is at the Central 49, and it's Kybers dropping back. It's Kybers looking low, throw fielded properly by Jamin Carter. Not often you say fielded when you're talking about a
sounds like a
reception.
baseball.
Yeah, but that was accurate there.
This reminds me of the Mattoon game.
Not quite. It wasn't.
It was raining.
It was. Oh yeah.
It was pouring.
That's a similarity.
It was pouring.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
And we were losing badly.
Badly. But this game's closer than the score I think represents.
Yeah, if you equal it out, this game is closer than that.
Yeah.
Because 20 runs in baseball is like 60 points in football.
Back to pass again.
Kybers to his right, throws it, overthrows Alonzo Davis.
There's a lot more action going on for football. It's not like, and another strikeout, and another ground out to shortstop.
Baseball is a more serene sport of sorts.
Baseball is another easy sport to broadcast.
It's not difficult.
I'm sure Jason's nice and cozy in there.
Yeah. Oh, as he gives us the thumbs up from the press box. In a second, hold that thought. Jamin Carter, the reception, 1st down.
Roughing the passer, maybe.
Could be.
Could be roughing the passer. Kybers got hit late after the throw. Looks like it's going to be roughing the passer on the defense.
Personal foul charge against the Maroons of roughing the passer.
So that'll be a first down for the Tigers. It was a first down anyways.
Sure, the Centennial coaches don't like that too much.
Central coaches.
Yeah.
You said Centennial.
I said Central.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you said Centennial coaches. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I meant Central.
Yeah.
It's confusing me because the Centennial logo is right over there.
It is. We are
And
on
there's literally no maroon things except for the thing that says Maroon Nation, which doesn't.
the the goalpost pads.
Well, yeah. That one doesn't say it though.
No, it doesn't. We are on the campus of Centennial High School.
Big campus that it is.
It is a massive
very
campus.
big.
Kybers to Jamin Carter, and Carter fumbled it.
And the ball goes to Centennial.
Central.
And I did it again.
You did. Hey.
That's got to be the fourth time?
Something like that. But a few weeks ago, I was confusing Jalen Jones and Jamin Carter, even though Jalen Jones graduated last year. So
Yeah, you did.
you get a pass.
Okay. Anyways, that was. We don't see Jamin fumble too often, so
No.
that's an ode to the conditions.
Yeah, it's coming down. The rain it's not like pouring, but at the same time, it's a steady rain.
Hands off to number 5, Tony Clark.
I'd say it's pretty close.
Yeah.
If we're getting into rain terms.
25, Jeremy Rumsey on the stop for the
I don't know.
Tigers.
It's not pouring.
I know, but it's like a light pour. I mean, it's coming down. I mean,
It's falling at a steady clip, but
I'd say it's a light pour.
all right, I'll give you that.
All right.
Go Central, go Olive Garden.
There have been so many advertisements over the public address system.
It's a different one every time
Yeah.
too. It's
Olive Garden just
unbelievable.
just announced.
And that
And
looks like
flag
a
is
hold.
down. Parker on the carry, Josh Parker. It's a first down, but we'll see what the flag is. No, there have been Olive Garden, Jimmy John's, I know, Will Porky's
Army.
Barbecue, the U.S. Army. Yeah, what? Yeah,
To name a few.
it's comical. Yeah. Oh man, I ate at Olive. I've only eaten at Olive Garden one time. As the play
I've eaten
comes
there
back.
about once as well. Not very impressed.
Great breadsticks. Love the breadsticks.
Yes, the breadsticks are the main attraction, I must say. The free soup,
yep.
salads, and breadsticks are the main attraction,
Yep.
I'd say. But
Average chain Italian.
pasta's out of a bag. So
Yeah.
no offense to those people who Olive Garden lovers out there. but
Yeah.
it's my opinion.
Can't beat those breadsticks though. Those
Yeah,
breadsticks,
those breadsticks
top
are-
of the line.
Great. Like, they probably are the best breadsticks.
Oh yeah.
Ball hit the ground and it's recovered by the Urbana Tigers.
Well, while we were talking about Olive Garden, the Tigers have recovered a fumble inside the Maroon 4-yard line.
Zacharias Hall.
Oh,
Well, that's nice.
that is nice.
6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Hopefully we don't give it back.
Yeah.
Score another touchdown.
Keep talking about Olive Garden. That's where our mojo's coming from. Malcolm Thompson, number 11, jogging off the field. You know, a breadstick kind of looks like the number 1. And there are 2 1s on Malcolm Thompson's jersey. 1-1 on Tyler Kybers' jersey. He's number 10. Kybers takes the snap. Kybers rolls to his right. Kybers is going to throw it to the end zone. Diving, attempted a catch, incomplete.
Nice throw.
Was a
Nice throw. Nice dive. Just went right through the hands.
Yep.
Then I guess if we're talking about food representing numbers, I guess a donut equals a 0 then.
Yeah, a breadstick and a donut for Tyler Kybers, but we'll hold that thought. A player down for Urbana. Player looks to be in some deal of pain. can't get a number on it.
We're having some technical difficulties.
Umbrella difficulties. And the player for Urbana, I didn't catch the number as they were diving.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that might be Jaman. It could be, because it looked like him, but I'm not quite sure.
I'm trying to see who it's not. It's not Chico. It's not, obviously it's not Tyler.
It's not Alonzo.
Not Alonzo.
It's not any of the offensive linemen.
Nope.
He's a receiver.
Yeah. So I think it's either Jaman or it's not Jamin. Jamin's on the field.
Could be Miles Cobb.
Could be. I don't
Could
think
be Dantes Hobbs.
Miles doesn't do a lot on offense, nor does Dantes.
Could be. I'm going to say that's Jaman. I'm going to put my money
it's someone
on
who's
it.
dirty, so yeah. That is Jaman. He walks off the field under his own power, so it's not too serious, doesn't look like.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, man, your clipboard's taking a bigger beating than mine is. Mine's relatively wet, but it's still dry-ish.
I'm a little late on the clapping, but that's because my clipboard was not cooperating with me.
At least it's a plastic clipboard, so you'll be able to get a few more, it's not going to be totally soiled by the rain.
The spreadsheet's about ruined, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, spreadsheets are expendable. One-on-one coverage on the right side with Alonzo Davis. It's 2nd and 4. Second
Nice
and goal
little
from the 4.
Nice,
And off to Chico Lipscomb. He's stuffed like a pepper in the backfield.
nice.
Brought that back.
Okay. A nice little, nice little fade route for Alonzo would have been nice, but
That's what I was thinking when I saw the coverage. but
yeah,
he was probably out there as a decoy.
yeah.
Loss on the play. Ball spotted at the 5.5, 6
And it'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, this is gonna make for a messy cleanup.
Very soggy cleanup.
Yeah.
Getting this equipment packed
Better
up.
move it immediately inside when we're finished.
Do our best. After the game, I plan to go to Taco Bell. I'm very excited about that. It's a handoff to Chico Lipscomb. He gets inside the 5.
Taco Bell for a late night snack, Joey.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Got Mexican food waiting for me at home as well, Joey.
Well, if you can call
It's gotta say, no offense, but it's gotta be at least 1,000,000 times better than Taco Bell.
Love Taco Bell. Taco Bell's not Mexican. It's like
Southwestern
inspired.
cuisine.
It's inspired by.
Well, I'm
cuisine.
having traditional Mexican.
There you go.
From Huaraches.
See, every Mexican restaurant like that is the same. As Chico's brought down on
Not this one,
4th
Joey.
down.
You might want to try it.
I like Huaraches.
You have been there.
I have been there.
It's great. I
I
love
got
it.
a fried steak or something like that.
It's right on the corner of Washington and
Yeah.
Philo.
Oh, I know where it is. I've been there.
Oh, I'm just telling our viewers
Okay.
so they can go out and try it. It's a great place, especially if you go there on a nice Friday evening with a nice sunny night. They got nice outside seating.
They do.
I hear their margaritas are great for
Well,
my parents,
wouldn't know. Hope you wouldn't know.
just for the
Yeah.
adult
Yeah,
viewers
yeah,
out there.
Gotcha. Nothing wrong with that.
And the burritos are good too.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of the menu item that I had when I went there. This is Josh Parker to the carry. But it was, what was it?
It's probably polo and panisado.
That was it. No, it wasn't, because it was steak. It wasn't chicken.
Well, you can get a. Yeah,
Then
you're
it
right,
would be
you're right.
polo, because I don't know a lot of Spanish, but I know that polo means chicken.
I don't know. No.
That's like the one. It's like the. It's sad that that's like the one
Yeah,
thing I remember.
I'm
From,
not good at Spanish, so
yeah.
I probably should be taking Spanish, but I'm taking French, so
Not bad.
I'm already too far into French. I'm not gonna quit it.
Right. I took 2 years of Spanish. This is
And up to number 20,
Marshall Thompson. Marshall Thompson, as we mentioned earlier, had a drop pass earlier and a fumble earlier, but he's recovered nicely. First down for Central.
On the stop for the
Josh Park. Oh, they did stop us at the goal line. So
Yeah, they did.
well, so now they're probably juicing the clock here. Probably gonna run Josh Parker and Tony Clark more, which is what you'd expect there.
Well, I'd take Josh Parker out. I don't risk an injury.
That's
It's
true.
what we saw with Fred Dixon last week, the Notre
Yeah,
Dame running back.
yeah,
he
great
got,
point,
He got
great
hurt late
point.
in the game.
Apparently he is injured, so
Yeah. Well,
according
this
to
is
some people, and this is coming back.
number 7, Josh Parker on the handoff.
Gonna be a
Gets
holding.
across midfield. We do have a
it'll
flag
be a
on
maroon
the
hold.
play.
This is a first down for Parker, but as I mentioned, it'll come back.
Now it's
pouring. I'll give you that.
Now it's pouring.
Got to give a shout out to Ponchos.
I got to give a shout out to Stephen Thompson on the bench there,
Oh,
who did commentary with us on Tuesday for the volleyball game.
Yep.
Did a great job.
against
I was on
Danville.
the computer.
Yep.
Had a little technical difficulties, but
Computer froze up. Our computer has it's been a little wonky lately.
it was a great broadcast. A difficult loss for us against Danville.
Yep. Division or not conference rival. I guess they are in our division in our conference. But yeah, you know, it's what Steve and I discussed during that broadcast. Our volleyball team could surprise a few people come regionals. We'll have to see.
I mean, they got good talent. A lot of
do.
our sports have the talent. You just got to put it together, like football.
Yep. This is overthrown, and the pass will fall incomplete.
The pass is intended for number 89, Matt Scher. Is incomplete.
Well, the rain has thinned what was a pretty solid crowd, but a lot of people have also, a lot of people stayed. So it's kind of cool seeing all the different umbrellas in the stands. It's neat.
I see a similar umbrella. So I wonder if those people know each other.
Well,
And then I see a similar umbrella over there.
yeah.
And then I see another one right there. So
There's
I
like-
see 4 common blue and white diamond umbrellas.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see every day.
There's like this weird bubble umbrella that I'm seeing, like that. It's like
Yeah,
transparent.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never seen one of those. That must be
Me either.
umbrella 2.0.
Yeah.
The future.
the umbrella of the future. The umbrella of tomorrow. Of the umbrellas here, I would say that black is the
And they all have the
slight-
same design. Like, look at this, Joe. They
Yeah.
all have the same design. This is incredible.
Most of them do. Of the solidly colored umbrellas, black is the predominant color.
I admire a person with a good umbrella. I admire that.
I do as well.
A nice umbrella it shows your artistic and
It does.
creativeness.
My mom has an umbrella with little puppy dogs on it.
I have an umbrella it's like has comic strips on it,
Oh.
so you can read it when you're.
There you go.
People can read it when
Yeah.
they're walking. It's pretty cool.
Brighten someone's day.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I believe it's Peanuts. I'm not sure.
Peanuts.
Peanuts,
Charles
classic.
Schultz,
Yeah.
Snoopy, and the gang. The umbrella defending our camera is in Urbana Park District. I want to say umbrella.
Safety first, Joey. Safety first.
Safety first. Yep. Sponsored by the City of Urbana, not the Urbana Park District. This is a run for Central.
Josh Parker, nice, another big run.
What you got to be
To his
careful.
credit?
Yeah, what you got to be careful of if you're Parkers. I mean, it's wet. That's going to add to the injury risk.
Yeah.
Protecting our sound mixer is just a solidly colored black umbrella.
Yeah. And then a nice yellow umbrella, and then there's a nice colorful umbrella right to the left of us.
It's
It's tri-colored. No, it's quadruple
Quad-colored.
Quadruple colored,
Yeah.
Joey. My mistake.
yellow, red, navy blue, and green. Man in motion for the Maroons. This is Isaac Heaton rolling to his right. And
Nice
he is going to
tackle.
be brought down.
It's a great tackle by
Tariq Keel.
Tariq Keel.
Gets it back to
He's had a good game. Tariq's had a very good game to his name.
Tariq's had a great game.
Tariq Keel.
He shows he's really passionate about football because a lot of guys, you know, it's if they're first year, you know, they'll come out and you know, if we have a little trouble, you know, and we not playing the best, they'll quit.
Yeah.
And, you know, I like Tariq staying with it, and he's getting rewarded with playing time. The results are showing. And he's a great athlete, by the way. He's a tremendous athlete.
Plays basketball. He was on varsity last year.
Yes, he was.
A varsity basketball athlete is Tariq.
And I'm not sure, but if I were him, I'd consider doing track.
He's got the speed.
And
Yeah, we said it at the same time.
yeah. And somehow there was not a false start there, but it certainly seemed like it.
That was a false start. That was a false start. That was an encroachment. That was a little bit of everything. Everyone
that
just
one.
kind of got up and moved
I
at
don't know
each
what
other.
I don't know what the side judge is doing, but he's clearly not paying attention to the game that I'm watching.
Well, perhaps he's wearing glasses and they got a little obstructed by the rain. The rain is it's fighting. I mean, it's
picking up quite a bit.
yeah. Reminds me of a game, the first game of 2014 at McKinley Field against Morton.
When I get home, I'm gonna have to take a nice hot shower, Joey.
I'm with you. That it's some the advertisements are falling down on the track.
It's
madness.
It's madness. Oh man.
Oh,
the apocalypse is coming, Joey.
Down
the
go-
zombie apocalypse.
Yep. Down goes Jason Sr. Yeah. Or at least one of them. There's another one over there.
Jason's older brother goes down.
Yeah.
But somehow the Maroon Nation is still standing.
That's like
It has not been crumpled yet.
no. It's symbolic of the game.
It's conquered almost all the sides.
Yeah.
I think the Pia's sign is next.
Yeah.
I think it's next.
Sort of are tied together, so it'll take Jimmy John's and Big Fish and Chicken and the Selling Homes 24/7
And there's
team down
Jason's
with it.
brother over there
Yeah,
again.
that's
so
what I mentioned. There's
he's got a couple of brothers.
still one left. That's the last play of the third quarter, down inside the 9A Central punt. Oh,
One more quarter to go, Joey. 12 more minutes of.
this is fun. I'll give you that.
Yeah, the rain is definitely making it interesting.
Yeah.
It looks like people are vacating the premises. They don't want to see the Pia sign go down. So. And it looks like there is a drone incoming, Joey. A drone to your left. It's a drone.
That there is.
And it is apparently taking video of the Central Student Section. That's amazing, Joey. A drone has entered the complex.
Yeah, I'm going to see if we can get the camera. Ahmed is not on the camera right now. He had to.
And it's floating up in the air and it's going away. I got to go check this out. And I better not, because I'm messing everything up.
Oh, man, how is Ahmed doing this umbrella?
I don't know. He's a great multitasker.
He is. Wow.
And you got a whole. You're actually quadruple multitasking,
Yeah.
Joey. Because you are talking on your headset, you are holding your clipboard, you are holding the umbrella, and you are holding the camera. That is a quadruple task.
They call me the deputy, bringing that back from JV baseball last year. I go by a lot of nicknames.
The Night Owl.
The deputy, the closer,
The Night Owl.
the night owl, going back to the middle school
The
years.
Night Owl will always be the best one because he did that song.
I like it when you call me Big Night Owl. I didn't do that song, actually. That was Mr. Lavari, a Spanish teacher at the high school. There's a timeout on the field. Huh. Ahmed's taking a phone call. Oh.
Champaign Central Mighty Maroons.
Mighty Maroons.
Jason's in the press box, nice and dry. Look at the bottom of the screen. You'll see that guy that we've been talking about all evening.
Country Financial.
See if we can.
Serving Jason's family for multiple years.
There's a slight resemblance there. We'll pull back the camera. Oh, we're set to go. Fourth quarter.
Here we go, Joe. Last quarter of this Rain Bowl.
Yeah, It'll be Kybers, Chico, Lipscomb. Lipscomb down to the 15.
Nice gain by Chico there. Makes something out of nothing. Nice little short pass. And he's been good on those all night. Those nice little swing passes, and he's gotten some good yardage on all of them so far. So
Yeah, there have been some highlights for Chico tonight. As we have a 2nd and 5 forthcoming, Jason Liggett will
clock is running.
Yep.
Well, that is because and it's a fumbled snap, and Chico takes off. I believe that's Chico.
Gains 5. Oh.
Number 20, Marshall.
Oh, as Jason Liggett takes over on the camera.
Yeah, I believe that was Chico. The gain, first down, fumbled snap by Kybers, picked up by Chico, and a gain of nice yardage.
21-yard line.
Thunder, 11 minutes to go.
I thought you said Thunder 11 minutes to go, which would be fitting, I guess, tonight. Even though
I don't think there's any.
There's been no thunder or lightning.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any of that. I think it's just straight rain here throughout.
Yeah. Lipscomb. If we get a lightning strike, I would imagine they just call the game.
Yeah, I mean, because then you got to wait 30 minutes and you got to go back to the locker room. And it's fourth quarter, you're up by 34. I don't think they'd bother playing out the rest of this game. And the Urbana crowd is slimming, which is...
Well, the central crowd is slimming too, I think.
Yes, the central crowd is slimming as well.
It's just been an all-around
which is expected.
Slimming of the crowd.
Because if I was here, I'd probably leave as well.
Yeah.
I would have left in the second quarter.
Well, it was a 3-score game in the second quarter. It didn't start raining until halftime.
Third quarter.
Yeah.
After that pass touchdown, I would have left after that.
I'm with you. But credit to the fans who have stayed.
Yeah. They're the ultimate supporters.
Yeah.
And probably the parents, but, you know.
Yeah, a lot of parents, but some students. And credit to the cheerleaders. At least I see the
the cheerleaders can't go anywhere, and they don't have that much clothing on, so.
Well, they got tracksuits, it looks like.
Yeah. But that's still not enough. I mean,
No,
we're up here wearing ponchos and they're just wearing a track, and they don't have any umbrellas, and some of them don't have hoods, so they're the ultimate troopers.
I agree with you. A tracksuit isn't much clothing at all. I was wearing my Tigers tracksuit. I accompanied the Tigers to Peoria for their game, and I was standing on the field in my tracksuit before kickoff.
So you were there?
I was there.
79-0 game.
It was a rough one. I was standing there in my tracksuit. It rained for about a half hour before the game as Kybers is sacked, and I was soaked. It was brutal as Kybers goes down.
Just imagine those football players. This rain probably feels like thin needles.
Oof, icy.
And they get tackled on the wet, hard grass. I mean, it's probably like a slip and slide out there now. It would be like a slip and slide at our turf field, but it would not be as wet as this because this is natural grass.
Yeah.
Which is a huge difference when it comes to when weather is a factor.
Yeah. No, it would be very difficult if we were on our field to get a grip.
Yeah.
Real question is, will my clipboard make it to next week? I'm going to try to use it. This is Chico Lipscomb out of bounds. As Lipscomb goes out of bounds, it'll set up 3rd and long.
Number 9, Luke McMahon on the stop.
Now it goes without saying, and it hasn't been a problem all night. But if you just got to keep your emotions in check late in this one, if you're either side.
Hope my dad's here when the game ends.
Yeah. When it hits 5 minutes left, I'm going to tell my mom to
catch a ride over
begin
here.
the trek. Yeah. Well, maybe not that because we got to pack up. About 3 minutes left. I'll tell her to head over to.
Got to move this inside very quickly.
As quick as we can. It's going to take a team effort.
And you got to remember, we're the only ones doing this. Central does not have a broadcasting crew like us. We are the one and only, Joey.
That we are. I know Centennial does some things, or at least they did some things last year on the Cube. I think Muhammad is with the NFHS network, but I believe Yeah, we're the only ones in the Big 12 on the NFHS network. So,
Yeah.
I've got to thank Champaign Central High School for letting us do this game.
Yeah.
Great hospitality.
Central's always a class act.
Yep. As is Centennial. It'll be a punt. Malcolm Thompson back to do so. Really, I mean, you've got all these rivalries, and as Thompson fumbles the snap, can he recover? He picked it up, but he couldn't punt it away from there. 7:20 to go in the
Might
fourth.
as well could have just threw it. At that
Well, then it would have just been an incomplete pass. I mean, well, I see what you're saying. I guess that would have been favorable to the loss. But, I mean, really, you've got all these rivalries, Urbana Central, Urbana Centennial. But, I mean, the administrations of all the Urbana schools, Champaign Unit 4 schools, class acts, all these schools run in a fantastic manner. And I've encountered fantastic hospitality at other Big 12 schools as well. So, just a shout out to the administration of Central High School. They've done a fantastic job putting this game on tonight. It's not easy to do it in the rain. The field was held up well. Shout out to the grounds crew here. As the trophy given to the winner of this game being walked out to some location. It'll be awarded to likely Central at the end of this game. And a shout out to Mother Nature for giving us a challenge. Man, Mother Nature and I have sparred in the past.
And Mother Nature's beating you every time, Joe.
No.
I
She
think
hasn't
so.
won.
I think so. And that's going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown Maroons, and we will officially have a running clock. Mother Nature would have won had the broadcast not been able to go on as planned.
Oh God, this PA announcer is starting to get on my nerves.
Nah, he's doing it. He's doing his job.
He is, but the way he just says it is just Maroon touchdown.
It's only because there have been so many of them. I mean, but
Yep.
as a PA announcer myself, I'll give him credit.
So the question is, do you prefer PA announcing or doing what we're doing right now?
I prefer play-by-play, I would say, but PA announcing has some things that play-by-play announcing does not have. There, extra point is good. You can't really fire up the crowd as a play-by-play
And it has bounced
guy.
over the fence. The ball has bounced over the fence.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how far over the fence it went onto the practice field.
See if this kid's gonna hop the fence. Yes, he is gonna go for it. He's gonna try. You might want to get that on camera, I bet. He just hopped the fence. He just.
Nearly wiped out, but
That did not look good.
he did it.
But now he's got to get back over. This is important. He's got to get back over the fence.
Middle of your screen.
He's got to get back over the fence without hurting himself.
I don't think that's.
He's
He's gonna go around.
There he goes.
He got over.
He's going around. He's taking the smart way.
The battle was had. We were not.
I got to clap it up for him. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a nice decision.
I'll give him credit. I couldn't have made it over the fence the first time.
I couldn't have either. I mean, it took him guts.
Ahmed's standing. There you go.
Ahmed's like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, this is my camera. Oh, we're having a good time. That's.
The kid did his job, though. He did a nice job.
He did it. Yeah. No, as a manager myself, I can appreciate the effort.
Most people are probably wondering why the clock is not running yet.
It will start running after the kick.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You're positive?
Guaranteed.
Would you put $1 million on it?
I would put 5 on it.
I will put 5.
All right.
No, I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
'Cause you know you'll lose.
Nah. I mean, you've been right a lot tonight, so I think the odds are against me here. And it looks like we're finally going to get an opportunity to return a kickoff.
Chico Lipscomb.
And see Joey? Oh my gosh, here we go.
Chico
Could
Lipscomb.
he bring it? He's all the way.
He stays in bounds, and Chico to the
is
house
gone.
for a Tiger touchdown.
The clock will not be running just quite yet, Joey. It never.
So you would have won the bet. You would have won the bet. Oh, wow.
It's because they kicked it to our kick returners.
Yeah.
That's exactly why.
Kind of on accident. It just kind of
Yeah,
kept
just
rolling and
kind of
rolling.
the squib just kind of.
Oh, wow. Some days you're on it and some days you're not. Of course, due to my last name, I'm always right. You're always. It doesn't work for you.
See, they couldn't do it. They couldn't go without it the whole game.
You're always Calhoun.
Crickets.
Yeah, that's what I said. It didn't work. Oh, so the Tigers score their second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, what the heck? Go for 2 here, guys. Let's go for 2.
Might as well.
See, but it never ceases to amaze me. We get almost one kickoff return a game. They might as well just kick the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, that keeps the streak alive. Yeah.
I mean, I know we had 1 and almost 2 if it wasn't for penalty last week. I'm pretty sure we had one against Danville to open the game.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Let me check the schedule here. We
Yeah,
did
we-
not.
we
I
did
think
have
it
one-
started at that one.
Yeah, because we got shut out against Peoria.
And
we
my
didn't.
schedule is completely ruined. The paper is. This is incredible. I can't even.
The papers have molded together as
There
the
we go.
Tigers get
There
in
we
for the
go.
2-point conversion.
There
Oh,
we go.
wow.
There we go. So look, yeah. So yeah, it started at Danville. So this is a 3-game streak because we did not get one against Peoria.
Oh, my paper just ripped.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
Because you want to talk, the dye on the ink is
Yeah.
like, oh, wow. Man. Yeah, this is the last, for those of you that don't know,
man.
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I fashioned, and it's on both sides, I fashioned a spreadsheet.
At
Or
least yours doesn't stick together.
Yeah, because it's on both sides. I fashioned a clipboard out of a folder, and I've got like a paper on each side held together by like paper clips and stuff. I'm pretty proud of it, and it won't be difficult to make a new one, but I will have to make a new one.
The rain has died down a little bit here.
Yeah, but it's still coming down.
It's still coming down, but it's dying down.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the Central coaches are not too happy about that kick return since they probably prepped for it, I would assume, since,
Yeah.
they watched any film. And that's kind of our specialty. Special teams is our specialty. That's why they call it special teams.
You're not wrong.
Not really.
Well, no, that's not why, but you're not wrong that it is our forte. Or since we're talking about football, you could say it's our mat forte of sorts. Crickets again. An onside kick for the Tigers. Didn't go 10 yards.
Did not go 10 yards in the. I'm not sure if that's a flag.
There was no flag.
That's not really a flag. It's just that it's their ball.
Yeah, okay.
Not sure that's really a flag because it didn't go out of bounds. I mean, illegal touching, I guess.
Yeah.
It almost went 10 yards.
Yeah. Keep the laundry dry. Don't throw the flag. That's
At least they're not launching their flags like those guys last
man.
week.
That one referee was
He was like he was throwing a beanbag.
He was chucking them. Oh, the referee last week against Peoria Notre Dame was throwing flags like 30 yards. It was insane.
It's like he was trying to.
It was like he was trying to relive his high school glory days
Yeah.
under the lights. It was impressive.
I mean, it takes a skill to throw a flag 30 yards.
It does.
I mean, those things don't have much weight in them, so they don't really go that far.
More on flags in a second. That was Tony Clark stopped for no gain. I want to buy a set of challenge flags so that I can use them in school. Like call the teacher out and be like, "That I don't think that's the correct answer." Throw the challenge flag.
Well, you better use it with the right teacher.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Timing is everything. Timing is everything.
Score is 47-14.
You want to try some play-by-play, or not that you want to?
Me?
Yeah, you might as well try it out.
No, I'm fine.
All right.
I don't like my color commentary job.
I got to tell you
Unless
this.
Ahmed wants to hop on the mic here and say a few words.
He'll pass.
He
I gotta say,
is.
this second half has been all color and very little
Short 8, long
black
7.
and white. Black and white
Yeah.
are both values, the absence of color. They're not considered colors, they're considered values. I took art in 6th grade.
I see one black and white, or black and grayish umbrella.
The number of
And
them.
I see a black and white umbrella.
Yeah, well, it's what black and blue are the two predominant umbrella colors this evening.
And there goes number...
The number 5, Tony Clark.
Tony Clark.
Breaks several tackles.
Uh-oh.
Oh, player down for the Maroons.
It says they referee. A referee is down.
Well, player struggled to get up for the Maroons, but you're right. A ref did go down. I was looking at the ball carrier. We have an official down. This happens
I haven't quite seen this before.
once in a blue moon.
I like how the Urbana players are showing their respect, taking a knee.
And they're going to call for the ambulance.
Oh,
So a
man.
scary situation here. Well,
I didn't see it.
no, I didn't see it either. And everyone on their knees here, at least on the Urbana
Except
sideline.
for the central
Yeah,
bench.
the central bench is still on their feet.
There's an official
The referee
down.
is moving. We'll, you know, that's a good sign. Well, the clock stops here because it's a timeout. So our jovial mood dampened a little bit here as we send our thoughts to the official here. Again, I didn't see it. We'll have to go back and watch the replay of the broadcast to find out exactly what happened. But
You know, I've gotten a lot of comments from our viewers. They do like our broadcast.
it's
A
certainly
lot of
good
positive reviews.
good to hear, yeah. A lot of viewers on Urbana Public Television and YouTube as well. And everyone watching with us live on the NFHS network this evening, we appreciate you for sticking with us. It's been an interesting night, but certainly our mood is somber now. And it's hard to say just how terrible this is to see. I mean, it's happened now twice late in the game. Miller, you dropped a $5 bill there. Not twice. That I just pointed that out to you, but this is twice now late in the game. It happened last week with Fred Dixon that a person has gone down with an injury in a game that is in essentially garbage time.
And that I've never seen this before, an official
I've seen.
gone down like this, this serious of an injury. I've seen officials in baseball get hurt before.
I've seen. Yep. Often the plate
Get
umpire
struck by a
catch
line drive or
or
yeah,
a
plate
foul tip,
umpire,
yep.
yeah.
But certainly, yeah, they're going to bring out the stretcher for this official. This is
Oh, Washington up big. Yep, Stanford 23-0.
all right. 3 scores.
Halftime on ESPN, family of networks.
I do want to relay just if it's any sort of good news at all. The official has been moving. He's been moving his arm. Looks like he's been talking with the other officials. Can't confirm that, but he is moving. But I won't speculate, and again, take what I say with a grain of salt because I'm not down there on the field. I'm not sure of the seriousness of the situation. It does appear that there is a paramedic from the Carl ambulance checking him out. There may be a dialogue going on there. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like they are going to try to get him on the stretcher. Looks like that's what they're about to do now. So. So we will pause until play resumes, I think. Just take a moment of silence to wish the official good luck. Back on the Tigers Media Network, an interesting situation to say the least. The game is over. The official is in the back of the ambulance right now, but the ambulance has not left the field. The decision was made to run the clock. The game is not over, excuse me. I think they're going to stop the clock and try to finish the game out. The situation was the officials told the press box to run the clock, and they never told them to stop the clock, but they just did. 57 seconds are left on the board. Again, the ambulance is still out on the field. So I assume that when the ambulance leaves the field, they will resume play for the last minute of the game, and Central has the ball. They will likely just kneel on it, and we will get out of here. So Miller, any final thoughts? A good first half. Second half was rough, but we had a good time. And then, of course, this a bizarre and a little scary incident to end the game. What do you got?
For Urbana, I think this is a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the weather conditions are not always going to be perfect.
No, they're not.
And you got to battle the elements. That's part of the game of football, and I feel like they learned that tonight because this is probably the first game that they had to battle the elements, and I think they weren't used to it.
Yep.
And I think it hurt them a little bit. And then I think the fact that the run game for Central was so strong, and then the key play action pass plays that we talked about during the broadcast really hurt them. So
yeah,
I feel like this is something to improve on, learn from, especially for the younger guys. And I think they can build off this next week and hopefully have a good home game next week.
Yeah, Bradley Bourbonnais coming to town next week. A very good team is Bradley Bourbonnais. The offense, I think, regressed a little tonight, and I think the defense, the pass defense at least, was a little shaky. But you take it in stride, you learn from it, you move on.
Yep.
This Tiger team is not going to quit. They will keep fighting. They'll certainly be the underdog next week and the following week against Bloomington. But they'll keep fighting. Both those games live on the Tigers Media Network. Next week we begin at 7 o'clock. Soccer next Thursday on the Tigers Media Network. That game is against Peoria Notre Dame, and it will begin at 6 o'clock. So as the ambulance begins to make its way off the field, we will wrap up the ball game. Again, we did not see what happened to the official. Nor did Jason, but we can take it that the injury was fairly serious in nature, but again, we can't pass anything along to you, the viewers, definitively.
Looks like victory formation here, or what they call the kneel. Oh, no, they're going to run a play.
Handoff goes to number 44, Connor Milton.
Flag is down. Central is in the end zone.
We do have a flag on the play. That's a holding.
That's egregious.
The Maroons,
just take a knee.
Touchdown.
Why would you run a play there?
Trying to rub it in.
I don't agree with that at all.
I think that's poor sportsmanship.
It's terrible sportsmanship. And it's coming back.
The game's over. We just saw official leave the game. Let's leave it on a positive note.
Yeah, let's.
Let's not try and run up the score.
Well, a sloppy ending to this one.
Now they're going to be in victory formation.
Yeah.
And they're
not even going to snap.
Yeah.
Game's over. Central's going to come out with a win against crosstown rival Urbana, 47-14 our score. Miller, it was an interesting game. At least we can say that. So our
Yeah, it
thoughts,
was a fun broadcast.
our thoughts are with the fallen official. Congratulations to the Maroons on their win. Thank you to Champaign Central for hosting us. This Tigers Media Network broadcast from Champaign Central High School. We will see you next Thursday for soccer action, the Tigers and the Irish of Notre Dame. We'll see you next time on the Tigers Media Network. That is all.